the new Modus Super Series champion. Yes!
What a finish!
The silencer, Jeff Smith! And it is! That shot wins week 6!
Maximum checkout.
He's done it!
Ironically, it's been the Brutto, it's the one he's been able to find. Oh, this would be some act of defiance. Some act of darting defiance. Good night was when Paul Hicks's phone went off as Steve West looks at 106 for a 3-1 lead. Double top. Oh, that's more like it.
We had a clear view that it wasn't in. Egan Brown just smiled in the background and went. That's it. What a finish. 112 finish in the first game for Keegan. There's a potential two-darter. This would be a steal. Treble 18 needed. Aussie going double-double. It's treble 18 for double 12. Look at West in the background.
Double 18, and it feels like the more obscured the target, the easier the hit is for Lewis Gurney. It's the final night of the week here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Tomorrow will be finals night, and we will see who is going to make it through over the course of the next 3.5 hours. Hello, welcome along to the Super Series from the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. It's a night where darting viewing really is left, right and centre, but it is the action here in Portsmouth that is the centre of our attentions tonight, and the centre of my attention is Glenn Durrant.
Yeah, great afternoon. Looking forward to tonight. I always enjoy the Friday night session.
This afternoon was dramatic. It went all the way down to the last game where Jim McEwen and Dan Hans played in it and just about both got through it.
It went down to the last leg, did it, in the end? Poor Johan Engström will be wondering how he's not qualified in the end, but Dan Hans had qualified by getting to the 3 legs. Jim McEwen still needed to win that final leg. Dramatic is a great word to describe what was a very tight Group C, competitive.
So this is how the tournament bracket breaks down. Jimmy Van Schie won Group A on Wednesday afternoon. Jim McEwen and Dan Hans get through Group C. Group B is what we're going to watch tonight, and this is how the table looks. Following the first day's worth of play, it's Lewis Gurney that leads the way, 6 points to his name. And he was the outsider at the beginning of yesterday's session, but he played like a favourite, didn't he?
He was superb, and let's be honest with you, me and you sort of wrote off his chances a little bit, purely based on information that we had, statistics of this year, and in particular Development Tour last week. He was excellent from the get-go, he really was. Even his interview before sort of confirmed to me that he's the outsider of the group, but 3 wins out of 4, very, very well deserved for the young man.
Let's talk about Richie Burnett last night first, and what exactly we saw from him, in your opinion.
Not as animated as normal, and I think he's working on that. I think he's working on the fact that you know, the kung fu kick. I think he knows when his throw is nice and steady, like the majority of players are. He can still do it. He knows there's opportunities on that stage, but I still think the best is to come. I think he missed a trick against Steve West in the last game.
It was interesting because we were up here looking at Richie, and actually he's that infused. He's actually made his way onto the stage right now, ultra early. He's not even meant to be out right now.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, this tells you everything you need to know about the focus of Richie.
It's because he's never done this before, and I wonder if he's just gone away thinking I can beat these players. But look at the throw. Where's the kick? Where's the head slapping back? That looks as smooth and silky as any throw that you would want to throw on that stage. And it's almost, I mean, he can't help the kick, he can't help, it's just part of what he does when he gets on there. But I think he's working harder for how can he transfer them practice darts like that into a match game where he's minimising body movement.
Let's have a look at the odds. This is what the bookie thinks, where they're writing Richie Burnett's chances off at 5-1. Lewis Gurney 5-6 favourite. That the right call in your view?
I just I'm struggling. I am really struggling with that one. I think you can put a blanket over all of them. Jamie Kelling had a tricep injury last night, but he's 100% today. He could go through the card and top the group. It feels a bit like a greyhound race in a sense that anyone can sort of get through today. Lewis Gurney, I would not have expected to be 5-6 favourite. The big hitters will be wanting to be better than they were yesterday, and if they are, they can top the group.
It is 18 plus, it is gamblingaware.org, and it is time to watch the Super Series. Let's get Friday night on, shall we? Because we're going to watch Richie Burnett in action in the opening match of the night, and early on this evening I had a little conflab with the Prince of Wales. Richie, night 2 here at the Super Series. How would you say night 1 went?
In and out as usual. I don't know what that means, but I played some good stuff, some bad stuff. I enjoyed it because, I felt good. But, sometimes you got to have that little bit of nerve to help you along. And I didn't get it. I felt too relaxed. So sometimes that can lead for me to be animated on the hockey, and that's not good. So I need to calm down and see how I do tonight.
Did we kind of see two extremes then? Because you were that relaxed at the beginning, you were trying to then find something towards the end.
Yeah, but every first couple of legs, I was losing them, so gotta stop doing that, and then hopefully I can move on instead of losing them and fighting all the way to the end. I need to keep in front and carry on. So I don't know what's going to happen. Chris, you know me, I don't know what's going to happen myself. I don't know what I'm going to say next, but yeah, that's what you're interviewed by. Your good old self, so see how it goes.
In terms of tonight, what do you feel like you got to do to get through?
Well, I just want to win every game, and if by not winning every game, it goes down to leg count or what have you. As long as you're through. Finals night, anything can happen then.
I get the sense that there's still a good game in there, but it's finding it on a consistent basis. That be true?
Like I say, I've been trying everything in the last couple of months to stop all this, on the hockey. It's getting better, I'm thinking getting on top of it. But when you're up there and you're in a situation where you think, I don't care. If it comes, it comes. Because I can still play. So hopefully I won't be so animated tonight and keep myself calm.
Fire still burning brightly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wish you all the very best, Richie. Good luck.
Thank you, Eddie. Cheers.
Fair to say that Richie Burnett is in fine spirits tonight as he takes on Steve West in the opening game of the evening session, and he's having a little bit of a conversation with himself. He's enjoying some fruit pastels. That was the assortment of choice for him tonight. The only reason I know that is he walked into the building and he spilt half of them onto the floor. As for Steve West, the 50-year-old from Waterlooville, a 5-time weekly winner in this building, he's looking for number 6. Up against Burnett, the 58-year-old from Wales, a former runner-up all the way back in Series 8, the best part of a year or so ago now. Runner-up twice in the International Pairs Tournament with Kurt Parry in 2025. There's still glimpses of good stuff from Richie, and that was one of the things he was talking about in his interview. The game is there, but it's just harnessing it on a consistent enough basis to be competitive still at a very top level. George Baker is the referee in charge of all the action this evening. He will call Steve West to the hockey to throw the first dart of the evening, but I think before the action gets underway, there's a conversation about the board, which is being led by Richie Burnett. Steve West also having a conversation. So, interestingly, both players had a bit of a chat about it as they came on the stage, and I think the board is going to be moved a little bit, and Steve West is waiting absolutely no time in just readjusting what's actually the numbering on the board. It's funny how dart players and little things can become so important, because it is an accuracy sport, and the smallest things can knock you out of place. Anyway, Glenn, great to have your company this evening. And an intriguing Group B that we've got ahead of us tonight.
Yeah, just to go back to the dartboard there, I remember playing a game when I knew it was not straight, but I didn't want to be the player that highlighted the fact it wasn't straight. So hence the reason that they sort of just spoke to each other in the end and sorted it out. And it's unbelievable. It wasn't the actual treble that they're aiming for. Clearly, that's nice and straight, the way the pair of them have started.
81.
It was just the numbering at the top. But yeah, a fascinating night and a fascinating encounter to start. I just felt that Richie Burnett missed a little bit of a trick late last night when he played Steve West. I think he was there for the taking. It was a big, big win for Steve.
100.
Serious question. Why did you know that it was a case and decided not to make an issue of it? Was that an instinctive thing, a mental thing?
I didn't want to show weakness to the opponent that there was a problem with the board. And also,
100.
at that point, I was deep, deep into concentration where I wanted to be as a player. And I was so mad with myself. I lost the game. And it was almost like you were aiming for the one. It was, you know, it was... Yeah, and match boards on TV and whatever feel a lot more dull compared to how bright you're looking at it on the screen there. But as you know, the amount of people who come to the Modus Super Series say that feels like the best stage they've played on. Everything's right up there.
140. Richie, you require.
And it's not just any old player that says it.
129.
There are people that won world championships, won big tournaments that say this is up there of anything they've ever thrown on anywhere in the world. As Burnett looks at 129 for the opening leg. 72 remaining. We'll probably look at treble 16 here. Or may divert his eyes up.
Yeah, there's opportunity to double 16s, but I like that for double 18. He had the opportunities of two double 18s, but he went to treble 12, double 18. Excellent decision in the end. And we were just talking just before we started this first game there that we believe he's working on that incredible throw that he has. I mean, we've seen the karate kicks, but we watched him practicing for 5 minutes and we couldn't take our eyes off the fact the body movements were nil. The head absolutely slams back. That last start was nothing like that was happening in practice.
Well, it's interesting. It was something that he was saying in his pre-match interview, wasn't it? That he knows what the issue is, but the biggest bomb for him is trying to rectify it and finding a way of putting it right.
Yeah, when we saw it earlier, I mean, that if you didn't know Richie Burnett, you'd say that's as nice as what you want. Lovely, 60. Smooth action. I would say to a lot of people that a lot of the movement of the arms, the kicks, is after the dart has gone. Chizzy is very, very similar. If you study, I have slowed Dave Chisnell's throw down so much that he doesn't have that kick and all that until the dart has gone. So it's a bit of an illusion, really.
100.
He looks in the mood tonight, doesn't he? He's done things that we've never seen before. He's been on the board practicing on his own. There was an element of disappointment when Jamie Kelling got up to practice with him because I think he was enjoying just being on there. But West has started well also.
Well, the first thing Richie Burnett did was shake everybody's hand, sit down, put his glasses on, and then put everything in place. The stem, the flight, and then he was straight on 59. The practice board.
Steve, you require 143.
I'm liking Steve West set up tonight. Liking them flights. Look like a brand new set of darts, which is...
60.
When Steve first started the game, it was almost like if you ever lost one of your darts, you know, the world had ended, but people are just picking out brand new darts every other day these days.
Well, he had a delivery from his darts manufacturer earlier on this morning, did Steve? Don't know if this is fresh out the packet, but he has had some new supplies given to him.
$63.
Already big moments here for Burnett. You would expect him to start with a bull, but as I've seen today, people are going the treble 14. Big 17. And already this is a big dart for a 2-0 lead.
42. Steve, you require 20.
2 10s to square up. One apiece. Double 5.
15.
Inside it goes. And so Burnett comes back to lead this game 2-0.
Yeah, very noticeable in the last start that he stayed in that far left position of the double 5.
Game shot in the second leg.
Burnett looks good.
Burnett.
And I'm not just saying that because he's leading 2-0. I'm not just saying that because he's been round about the 100 average for the 2 games.
Steve to throw first. Game on.
It's intriguing, isn't it? The fact how serious he's taken it tonight. I mean, just looking at the in-play table, which is, I think I'm going to make that my new nickname. It's that tight tonight, even by leading right now. Burnett, 57. When he goes back, if he wins this game, is going to be top of the table.
We kind of said it in the afternoon session, didn't we? Darts is a sport that's based so much on feel and what you see in front of your eyes. And
60.
To quote Roy Keane, your eyes don't lie to you. And Burnett's looking good, feeling good, playing good. But this looks better.
140.
Here's the angle. So it's very traditional throw, very standard dart. I think that flight
29.
and design of the flight is what he's been using for many, many years. I said to you last night, Henry, in the mid-90s, he was the best player in the world. He was incredible.
45.
To the point where Sky Sports back in 1997 decided that they love Phil Taylor, but there's this guy on the other channel, the BBC,
60.
that's winning things and is competing with him. We need to see who's best, and we need to put a night of darts on. That's exactly what they did at the Circus Tavern in a day where darts on television, let's be honest, it was very seldom still.
59.
Yes, an excellent night of darts already in Amsterdam. Watched a wonderful game, didn't we, with Michael van Gerwen and Vessel Nijman.
97.
Good last start, but this is a good response here from West. He's got total control of this leg. 50 points ahead plus these. 6 darts from 200. Treble needed.
60.
West leads himself 140 to reduce the gap back down to 2-1.
Yeah, big 180 hitter is Steve West, even despite the fact he wasn't at his brilliant
Steve,
best
you
last
require
night.
140.
Still at 8 maximums. He wouldn't want one now, though. He'd like a double 10, though. Wonderful
Game
darts.
shot in the third leg. Steve West.
These two are hitting haymakers. Burnett kicked it off with the 129. West responds with the 140.
Fourth
Back to
leg is
2-1.
Richie to throw first. Game on. $66.
Steve also got to be careful here because his legs difference following the end of the last night wasn't too healthy.
97.
Ended the night -1 in that particular department. So, yes, he's got to pick up wins, but there is a possibility at some point he may have to find a bit of a biggie somewhere.
100.
He looks quite mean and moody tonight, West. I think he really means business tonight, despite the fact he is losing 2-1 here. I was about to say there's no
60.
head shaking or anything, whereas I said it there. He was not very happy with that second dart there. Look at the head movement. For a player who's just made it look so beautiful in practice. It must be a
59.
frustration for him.
Well, Steve needs to qualify tonight because otherwise
100.
Michelle's birthday plans will be in tatters. I mean, where else would you like to celebrate your birthday than a Saturday night watching darts at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth?
Well, didn't he have his honeymoon here as well?
Indeed.
85.
Loved it so much so they now reside in Portsmouth. Do Steve and Michelle attend a lot of local competitions to a fair bit of success, it has to be said.
Yeah, he looks in decent shape, does Steve West.
58.
I haven't spoken to him in relation to his aspirations of being a Q school and professional player again. That's something that's his decision, what he wants to do.
I think that's a ship which is more than sail past. He's more than happy having spoken. He's more than happy
133.
now to be a player that plays at this level with good success. Maybe might play Q School, maybe play a little bit Challenge Tour, but I think the ambition to get back on the Pro
60.
Tour, that was a time that
Richie, you
he
require
enjoyed, but a time
58.
which I think for him at his stage of his career is not really something that he's looking to pursue.
Yeah, you know that within. This for 3-1.
38.
Well, we've seen a 129, Henry. We've seen a 140. Can we add a 126 to the list?
I fancy this. Not anymore.
I think he heard you.
And 38 scored, 88 left.
It was Henry, Steve, not me. I've got his address if you need it. Well, one of the
Richie, you
7
require
houses anyway.
20.
That's all right, I'm not
Game
staying at
shot
that
in
one
the
tonight.
fourth
3-1
leg,
Burnett,
Richie
double
Burnett.
10 found. Where do you residing in? Number 5, isn't it?
Fifth leg
Which
is
house are you
Steve to throw
residing in? Number 5
first.
you're staying in this
Game
week,
on.
isn't it?
I'm staying in the hotel. You didn't even offer me the spare room.
You could have had the shed.
46.
It feels like I am. Not the greatest hotel I've ever stayed in.
Yeah, you're not the first person to have posted a review like that of that hotel.
Let's just say there's a distinctive smell in Portsmouth It seems to be going to that
97.
hotel just a bit more. I was walking on air back to the hotel last night.
100. $60.
Yes, it will be a feel where every game will feel like the biggest game. That's what the Group B is all about. Just the 10 games to be played over 2 days. Here's that
100.
excellent opportunity of 3 from 5 going through. But you don't often get a weak player in Group B. You don't often get a player who's well behind the others. Players who finish 2nd and 3rd in Group A.
100.
Along the invites as well. So just to get these early wins for Burnett here could put him in a wonderful position.
Yeah, seldom happens we have a player finish pointless in a
85.
Group B scenario.
Oh, you enjoyed that, didn't you? At least I've had the opportunity to play on that. Small hands.
85. Steve, you require 170.
Big fish. Not to be, but he's got this leg in his hands.
96.
In a very good position, but on 159 can't be done now.
But West has left that type of finish where this ain't over. Definitely isn't now. 99 points left. So he should go downstairs. Treble 13, treble 19. Treble 19 I like because you're guaranteeing yourself at least a 2-darter. So sensible play there from Richie.
99. Steve, you
And this
require
74 was looking
74.
inviting. Now it's a must hit. Now it's awkward. It's the bullseye. That was to stay in the
49.
match. Just because for a
Richie,
big
you
win for
require
Burnett.
60.
Puts him top of the table on legs difference, and it leaves Steve West in a position where he's on 4 points to the poor legs difference.
Game
Tops
shot
is
and the match,
found.
Richie Burnett.
There's a real focus, a real poise about Richie Burnett tonight. There was a real sense of opportunity, and he's trying to grab it with both hands. Well, he's got his night off to the perfect start. No histrionics, no dramas as far as he's concerned. He kicked off the game with a 129 finish. West had the 140, but it was Burnett who was best in that particular contest. It's Gurney and Kelling live, free on Pluto TV. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yeah. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show
show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series live on Pluto TV. And just before the break, we witnessed Richie Burnett. We were talking about his professionalism tonight. The fact he was doing things just a little bit different, practicing on his own. And boy, did it deliver, because he did a pretty demolition job on Steve West, who was one of the big favourites for this group. So Richie Burnett is sat pretty on the top of the table at the moment, taking over from that man just hitting his darts out, Lewis Gurney, who was a breath of fresh air last night against Jamie Kelling, who I labelled Mr. Consistency yesterday. Someone I expected to qualify, but clearly had an issue with his playing arm. Speaking to him tonight, it was his tricep, something he's never been. He was literally wincing, Henry, wasn't he? Through every dart. But he said, I'm 100% tonight. But because of what
First
happened
leg
last
is
night,
Lewis to throw first. Game on.
if he is going to get to 10 points, he's going to have to win 4 out of 4. But Lewis Gurney yesterday was outstanding.
He really was, and I actually think, I know we've seen him qualify for Saturdays before, but I think in terms of a base level of play from first start to last, I think it's the best I've seen of him here. As for Jamie Kelling, they talk about nice guys and darts. I genuinely don't think they come much, if any, nicer than Jamie Kelling. He's the nicest, mildest mannered person you could ever wish to meet. Immaculate company in any practice room he wishes to be in. And he's been very much a household name. He's been here from quite literally the very first week. And when I say first week, I'm talking back in lockdown in a studio in Southampton where he had to call his own
59.
scores and wear a face mask around the building. That's how long Jamie Kelling has been a part of the Super Series furniture.
Almost like a certain commentator who's not too far away from me.
57.
Who, Paul Nicholson? He's just up the road.
So unfunny.
92.
Must have got the comedy from you then. Shall I see if ChatGPT's got a joke?
Yes, if you weren't with us this afternoon.
100. Lewis, you require 170. $92. Jamie, you require 84.
The opportunity to win the first leg against the throws very much on the cards here for Kelling. Double six.
Game shot.
Found
First
that's
leg.
15
Jamie
darter to get
Kelling.
himself up and running.
Yeah, it was a good game between the pair in the penultimate game of last night. Lewis Gurney
Second
averaged
leg is
over
Jamie to throw first.
91 in that
Game on.
one. It went the distance. A little 1-4-8 finish as well from Jamie Kelling, but it was a match that a lot of the talk was about the fact we knew
AC1.
something was wrong. And he put it down to the fact, and to be fair, it was we sort of picked up the fact
60.
that he's been playing since Monday morning. When I think of Jamie Kelling, I think of him as Group C Kelling, Group B Kelling, and the fact that he had all week here, I think it's had a little bit of an impact on his throwing arm.
96.
Well, going back to my times in Southampton, I remember vividly Jamie Kelling was a Group B player a lot of the time.
100.
And obviously back in those days, they're a more truncated series, so it was a 4-week cycle for a 5th week Champions Week. And Jamie Kelling was usually slated in a Group B in the middle of the series, usually every now and then, or as we called them
134.
then, phases.
And he'll want to get through to Saturday. We talked an awful lot yesterday how difficult it is of
99.
getting invites now, and you can't just sort of rely on being invited here. There's so many ADC international qualifiers. There's big names around in this series.
138.
Be somebody, as you say, consistent, but you can always rely upon. You know what you're going to get from him in a scratch game.
64.
You might have
Jamie,
one
you
ropey one in him
require
a week. You
52.
might have one very good one in him a week. But the rest of it, it tends to be around a solid base, a solid level. But this is a bit more than solid so far.
32.
That would have been for an average of a 10.2 if he hit that with the last dart.
Yeah, just a couple of missed darts at a double. That's wonderful.
162. Jamie, you require 20.
For a rapid-fire 2-0 lead. This is the Jamie Kelling we know and love. Dominated these first two legs. However, look at that. Look at that angle. Oh, there's only
Game
one
shot in the
entrance that
second
could
leg,
get in
Jamie
there.
Kelling.
Marvellous start.
Managed to nestle the way through and into a 2-0 lead.
Third
Now
leg, it's
this,
Lewis to throw first.
all of a sudden, could make things very interesting because Lewis Gurney, yes, he was top of the table, but he is by no means in a
45.
safe sanctuary on 6 points. Lewis is this one. He would have seen Burnett overtake him, Kelling creep up on him, Keegan Brown could jump him. And then you'd have Kelling
44.
and West on 4 points, and they'd go head-to-head in the fourth game. And one of them would be guaranteed on to 6.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologise for using the in-play table tonight. As Gurney
180.
smashes in a 180 because Jamie Kelling's gone from bottom place to a qualifying place. That's how tight these games are. They look really focused.
42.
I thought the quality at times last night, only Lewis Gurney sort of impressed. I think you've got 5 players on fire tonight.
180.
Light them up!
$100. Lewis, you require 96.
Maybe 20 points different in the averages.
Game shot in the third leg.
He's
Lewis
good.
Gurney.
He is very good. He's averaging over 100 in this game.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
We
Game
are
on.
skipping to the good bit.
10 points tonight, I guess, is the plan of attack. 2 wins it would be for Gurney.
96.
Look at that. Averages mean nout.
I think it should also be worth kind of giving out a bit of a caveat, and I'm going to be the
38.
really boring, dreary one here, Duzzer. Okay?
Well, again,
Yep. Let me be the voice of reason. As great as those averages are in a short course fight, particularly when you've only played 3 legs, one very good leg
134.
can elevate your average. Jamie Kelling had 2 solid legs to kickstart, but had an absolute shocker in the leg after,
140.
which is why his average took a bit of a decimation as a consequence.
you're right, it was boring.
Anything else to add?
Centre of the board, it should be.
126.
Kelling looks good. I know he's only averaging 90, but as you mentioned there,
125.
That's down to one incredibly
Jamie, you
bad
require
leg, but
145.
his demeanour, his focus, his direction, it looks really, really good right now. This is going to be a good night.
38.
Well, the first game was enjoyable, and the numbers maybe in terms of averages don't read home to that, but it was an enjoyable watch. This
92.
one is just coming up
Jamie,
to the
you
boil
require
now.
107.
And I'm going to say again, this is where averages could be deceptive. Gurney's had the one good leg, but Kelling's responded well here. Looking to re-establish the 2-leg lead if he could have found double
79.
14
Lewis, you
there.
require 106.
Kelling will be back.
42. Jamie, you require
And the way he's playing,
28.
you'd have to say this is match point to go 1 away.
This double has played its part this week,
Game
hasn't
shot
it?
in the fourth
And
leg,
once again,
Jamie
it's found
Kelling.
into the corner, this time by Jamie Kelling, who opens up a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, shake of the head this
Fifth
time
leg
to
is
Lewis
Lewis to
Gurney.
throw first.
Maybe the production team can prove me wrong somewhere, but I think that's the first misstart of the double 3.
59.
And then hit with a second.
There's not many, is there? There hasn't been many. Now that is the perfect first start for Jamie Kelling.
140.
And it's Gurney who's shown distress behind him. It's him who's looking around. Oh, this is wonderful.
180.
Absolutely beautiful. 2 young players slugging it out.
Third 180 of the game for Lewis.
84.
In fact, Gurney's a name which has won international honours for both England and Northern Ireland this year. Lewis Gurney
134.
winning for England at the Six Nations, and Darrell, of course, winning with Josh Rock at the PDC World Cup for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, it was good to see them getting some
100. Lewis, you require
interest in the
128.
Six Nations, British internationals, and this young man played his part. Certainly in the semi-final, when he hit the winning dart. Could see how much it meant to
96.
him on that one. And he's taken that experience onto the stage this week. He's not out of this one. He's looked comfortable on throw here.
59.
This to
Lewis, you
reduce the
require
deficit.
32. Game shot in the
13
fifth
darter
leg.
back
Lewis
to 3-2.
Gurney.
The 2 winning legs have been good so far for Lewis Gurney, but the problem is he has to find a break in this leg.
Sixth leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
12 and 13, the winning legs for Lewis. But I suppose this shows the kind of difference in terms of extreme. Lewis has found those bursts, but Jamie
99.
has found those types of 15, 18 darts, 5, 6 visit legs that are going to win you more matches and lose here.
100.
Cracking averages, cracking game. Super start to this night. We're almost left a little bit disappointed with Group B last night. First game was a beauty. This has been a perler.
85.
Yeah, we're skipping to the good bit.
Which makes it all go well for tomorrow
100.
night. I'm hoping there's a big crowd in here. Usually is when Jimmy Van Ski's about, but with Southampton v Portsmouth the next day, I wonder if the local Pompey fans are going to guide themselves for a day out for that.
98.
Come and make it special. We need you tomorrow night.
You sound like the Southampton support base. Or Delia Smith. Do you remember that rad from Delia
85.
Smith?
Where are you? Let's be having you.
Come on, Jamie Kelling's thinking right now, because there is a finishing line in sight for him. Interesting in the background there.
59.
Lewis Gurney just looking at his grip a little bit. Trying to focus on the grip
45.
point a bit better.
Jamie, you require 160.
Yeah, I'm not particularly enjoying his nodding and shaking his head at the moment. I'm enjoying Jamie Kellen's performance here. For the match. Oh,
Game
what a
shot
way
and the
to win
match,
it as
Jamie
well.
Kelling.
What a terrific performance. Sat in 5th place, bottom of the table overnight. He had it all to do. But that was an excellent performance against a very, very good Lewis Gurney, who was averaging pretty much a ton throughout that game, but only had 3 darts at a double. A wonderful performance for JK. This is getting exciting. Burnett's back next against Keegan Brown.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2 darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the
81.
stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
hockey with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
require
he's gone to
180.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George
require
Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
One.
It's going to be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie,
Threw
you
the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
George, you require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go!
Couldn't get the job
Yes!
done.
Got out of the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Skate.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Skate!
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series. Before the break, Jamie Kelling got the better of Lewis Gurney by 4 legs to 2. Next up, Richie Burnett in action against Keegan Brown. Now, Richie wins this, then he is pretty much close to qualification. The 58-year-old from Wales, a former runner-up in the past. He's actually lost in 3 finals in this particular building. Up against Keegan Brown, the 32-year-old from Newport on the Isle of Wight, which...
That's Newport, not Needles.
Which is... I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, me and Glenn in commentary for the remainder of the night. Always great to be in your company.
I just don't like that strap line. I think my name should be first. I'm the one with the pedigree, the information, the knowledge, the nous. You've been to university. That's all you've got to bring to this. But Richie
Just have to
Burnett,
be on top, don't
First
you?
leg is
Richie
Richie's
Burnett
at the
has been on
reverse.
top. Certainly
Game
tonight.
on.
He was superb in his opening game against Steve West. He really was. And he sits pretty at the top. And one big win over Keegan Brown.
80.
Just like he did last night. It was a 4-1 victory for Richie. Averaging 93.24. And it was 4 from 4 on the doubles, Richie Burnett, when he beat Keegan yesterday.
54.
I had a little chat with Keegan about the night yesterday, and he felt like 4 points was a fair reflection of things, but he almost felt like the games that he won, he
42.
probably didn't deserve to win, and the games that he lost, maybe deserved a bit of better fortune in.
Yeah, I get that. It definitely could have been 8 points. It could have been 0 points. I thought it was quite a disappointing night last night. Just Lewis Gurney being the
47.
only one who shone bright, but far from it tonight. Two excellent games. Kelling is now right in the mix.
He was very relaxed coming into the building tonight, Keegan. He was the first player through the door.
140.
Sat down, he had the cricket on. Whilst having a little bit of a chuck and a throw and a chat with the lads.
99.
Very, very good performance in the cricket tonight, should be said.
Do you know why he's called the Needle? That's the only thing he said to me. He said, I did Henry like a kipper last night.
45.
He told everybody on Pluto TV that the capital of Isle of Wight is Needles. And it was a practical joke on Keegan, so he could make him look a fool with a mic in his hand. I said he doesn't need to look a fool,
57.
he is one.
Ouch. That's all right. I'll remember
100.
that next time Keegan sat next to me in the commentary box.
Well, if he keeps producing darts like this, he may not be in the comms box. So many fantastic
125.
prizes.
Richie, you
5
require
grand for the win this
94.
week. Potential 25 grand for winning the Champions Week.
18 scored, 76.
76 points left. Treble 20 you would think would be the shot.
54.
He sets up.
Keegan, you require 119.
Hopeful that Keegan hasn't got a 119 in his locker. He did have 2 Tub Plus checkouts yesterday, including a 120. And he's going to get a look at tops.
79.
Which just goes high over the bar.
Richie, you require 40.
Struggling to grip the dart, wasn't he? You could just see it just not sat in his hand properly.
Game shot in the first leg. Richie Burnett.
Solid, without being spectacular start for Richie Burnett. But as you alluded to, a win here.
Second
He's
leg
2
is
points
Keegan
away.
at the very
Speaker's happy
first.
anyway.
Game on.
There is reason behind the speaker madness. He Mumps it just to kind of dry his hands a little bit, just gets rid of some of the perspiration.
I have to say the playing conditions right now are perfect. Sometimes in the winter it can just be a little bit cold, especially on a Monday morning for a Group A. And in the height of the summer, sometimes it can be roasting in here, especially with a full crowd. When I went down there today, I thought, conditions are perfect and conducive for wonderful darts.
100.
The best 2 times of the year to play here is spring and autumn, because everything's just set fair, isn't it, at that time of year? Incidentally, we're talking about
100.
commentators, and I think we might have the same answer to this question. Of the current pros, who would you think would have a very good career sat in a
100.
seat like this once they're done?
I don't think he'll need to, and I don't think it's what he'll particularly want to, because the money is so big in darts now that when they retire, they're probably going to retire. But Luke Humphrey speaks well. But he only speaks well.
85.
And what I've found is that transition into commentary is, the John Gwynns of this world, the Dave Lannings, the Chris Masons, they've got the voice. And that's half the battle.
140.
And then it's your delivery. It's getting the right moment. It's peaking. It's the ups, the downs. It's the excitement. So it's not as easy, even though he speaks well. I think there's a huge difference between a pundit and a commentator.
40.
Well, Tom Brady took a whole year to sit with one of Fox's commentary crew before he started commentating for them.
Keegan Brown.
1-1. Keegan Brown finds double 10 with his second dart. 14 darter for him.
Third leg is Richie.
But Keegan loves it.
First.
He said he's got to learn in the comms box, and I think he's a bit young to have the mic right now, but there's still aspirations for him to be a dart player. And I remember speaking with Scott Mitchell, those hours you should be practicing as a dart player. You're actually sat in a chair commentating on games, and that can affect your game. But big good luck to Scott Mitchell, who's the captain of England, as he takes the team to South Korea very soon. Is it there now?
Next week, I believe, the World not next week, the week after the World Cup in South Korea. I do wonder what you make of the... I don't know, it's a different sport altogether, completely granted, but Sean Murphy, the snooker player, says that sitting in a commentary box actually helps him take the edge off playing in a tournament.
Yeah, you get one off, don't you? And yeah, I think I always find it bizarre he does that. I used to enjoy my time in the hotel, watch a bit of TV, catch up with a little bit of admin. I was quite good in hotels. I think Sean Murphy finds the boredom really difficult to do. But that's a bit of a one-off. I can't think of anyone who's really done that in darts, who's commentated on the darts and played.
The only one I could think of was John Park, but that was because he was commentating on the BDO World Championship after the PDC World Championship finished. So really, he wasn't in competition at that time.
58.
Yeah, I think Sean Murphy's going to be the lead commentator in years to come, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll take over from John Virgo. Brown can't find the big fish. Can Burnett find the little fish?
77.
Or in and out.
Richie, you require 130.
You'll have the needle right now. Beautiful.
105. Keegan, you require 93.
Decision to make here at 93. Send to the board's a possibility. I like that for the 18s. For double 7.
79.
Old style way of going.
Richie, you require
wonderful
25.
effort. Big moments here for Burnett on throw.
For 2-1. And to dodge a bit of a bullet.
17.
First
Keegan,
show of emotion
14.
from the Prince of Wales tonight. Oh, that's get it in.
The third leg, Keegan Brown.
Yeah, just use them first two. I had to be aggressive, I think, was what was going through his mind at that point.
To throw first. Game on. $91.
Single treble visit.
100.
It's Keegan Brown's for the take, and Burnett not as good as he was in the first game, and Keegan's got to grab this opportunity while he can.
39.
I don't think any player's going to blow anyone away tonight. So competitive, Henry. It's like, I think we're going to see, I mean, that Group C today, I mean, literally went down to the last leg. I won't be surprised if we're looking at the final game tonight, Steve, West against Lewis Gurney, that there's going to be something on that game. I really do.
Not a stinker in sight tonight so far.
I don't think we'll see one.
But I suppose the question is, how will people deal with getting a whiff of an opportunity of qualifying tonight? We'll be logging
96.
3 more names, the final 3 names, into the finals night field.
180.
Well, that was an excellent max from Burnett.
As good as he's been tonight, that was just his first.
41. Richie, you require 51.
For a quick break back. Double 10.
31.
Well, opportunities missed. Burnett's had chances to really take advantage and really seize the initiative in this contest, but they've been chances that have come and gone.
134.
Just having a bit of a tinker in the background as he comes back to the hockey to look at double 10 to square this game up at 2-2. Misses these chances. Keegan had the opportunity to move 3-1 to the good, but Burnett breaks back. Level game, 2-2.
Yeah, I'm just over the shoulder of both players there, and I just sort of stuck my head out the commentary window there.
Game on.
His demeanour looks good. His throw looks good, and you know the excessive movements usually being this start, the last start tonight.
85.
Interesting to see, even showed old dog's new tricks. The fact he's thinking that's an element he can still get better if he can avoid doing that so much. This is a good start to the night for Richie, and as you mentioned earlier, if he can win this one, he's looking superb for qualification.
Do you think he's also fed up of the whole speaker thing, of the whole ceremony that sometimes comes with him playing, and actually he just wants to be spoken about in the glowing terms of the great dart player he is?
Yeah, I do. I don't think, is he a big social media? Is he going to read what people's
95.
opinions are? Because that's divided from this great character, the Prince of Wales, to arguably the best player, that wonderful story, and to then what people would perceive as sportsmanship as he's flinging his arms and kicking his legs all over.
Well, he does have a TikTok account where some of the videos he does reenactments of him as aquatic animals.
40.
Well, there's your answer then.
If you get the opportunity, have a look on his TikTok and see his impression of a whale.
I daren't download TikTok because even my wife says she can sit there for what she thinks is 5 minutes and just 2 hours of watching videos, so I've stayed away from that one.
I'm not a TikTok person myself.
Richie, you require 116.
But is Burnett going to move 3-2 to the good in this game?
Well, it's back on throw. These have been difficult moments. Come on, Keegan Brown says in the background, because a 2-1 up, he was looking good. I don't mind just a nice, solid big 20 here.
60.
He went aggressive,
Keegan,
but leaves the 2 darts. He'll fancy his chances the way Richie's playing right now. Keegan Brown looking for something just a little bit special. Treble 18 for double top.
111.
I was about to say that's my. I just automatically thought that was going in.
It looked in, and I think everybody expected it to go. Clipping the top wire.
16.
Oh, wow, those clipped the wire. And that's almost sent it back a couple of yards.
40.
Now, we saw this yesterday with players, Kelling, I think it was, engaging with Richie at that point. It might be a settler for Keegan. I think it's a loss of concentration.
Game
Great
shot in the
dart,
fifth there,
Keegan Brown. Wonderful dart.
3-2 to the good. Keegan Brown's got the break and he's now one away from winning the match. And a lovely bit of sportsmanship there from his opponent, Richie Burnett, who knows he's had an opportunity to move in front himself. Now, you may see something striking on the right hand of Richie Burnett, and we have had comments on social media about it. Andy Norton has Burnett got a false nail on his throwing hand. Now, the reason for that nail is basically, you have a look at the grip on his dart. He needs that fingernail there to help with the grip of his point. And basically, he's chipped and clipped his fingernail. And as a consequence of it, he's got no nail there. So he's had to basically stick something in place for him to have some grip on that particular fingernail so he can grip the point. The only problem is the colour of said fingernail is red.
Do you know, I never noticed that.
97.
And now I can't take my eyes off it. Maximum. Oh, dear me.
120.
After that first dart there, I thought he was going to fill it up. Do you remember the Keegan Brown? Was it Grand Slammer darts where, crikey, how many bounce outs did he have in that match?
100.
Yeah, has been known for that over the years. But sharply on point so far is
58.
the needle for needles.
Capital of Isle of Wight.
Carl Wilson, Super Series player, has tweeted us at MSS Darts, hoping for some more Richie funny moments tonight, and would love to see Lewis Gurney win the group. And there's one right on cue.
On throw for Keegan Brown. If it goes a distance, Richie will have the throw.
58.
And all of us, yeah, you can see the frustration. He's had that bounce out. He's putting himself in really good positions here, Keegan Brown. Every win will be absolutely crucial tonight. That would have left the bullseye. So Keegan Brown will return for the match.
59. Keegan, you
it was a positive start for Richie Burnett. But if Keegan Brown wins this, he'll be on to 6 points. 3 players on it. There'll be a guarantee of a 4 because of Cunningham West playing next. Won't be done. And so Burnett back.
92.
Looking at 68 to take us all the way to a last leg decider.
Well, we saw this last night from Richie, a treble 20, double 4. It's going to be 1 dart. Wow, it's going to be no darts. Keegan Brown has got away with 1 there. Keegan, I'm watching here. He has to get into his zone as Richie berates himself for missing such a big number. Terrible, he says.
36.
Well, it's the type of mistake
32.
he hasn't been making all night, and it's the type of careless mistake that could cost him dearly.
Game
because
shot, and the
Keegan
match,
Brown
Keegan
sinks
Brown.
a double 16 and kicks his night off with a victory. A 4-2 success against Richie Burnett, which means following game 4, there's a guarantee of 4 players on 6 points. And that will be as to the winner of the next game, because that 4th player will be either Jamie Kelling and Steve West, who will be on the hockey in a few moments' time.
every lie, baby, burn me to ashes. Then I rise. You set my body, all on my body. You set my body, all on my body.
Double 10. And Scotland are off to the perfect start.
Look at the head there for Jimmy Van Schie. Burnett steps out and Richie Burnett does find double 10, and it is a 4-3 victory.
60 to complete a 4-1 success. Third time in the chart, and the Netherlands are into the semi-finals. History is in the making, because for the first time ever, there will be a pairs 9-dart shootout. Well, this is the loudest I think I've ever heard in live now. Steve West is in race again. Well, that might well be the biggest cheer we see tonight. And kicks off for Maximin. And I suppose the one advantage of... Well, that is absolutely incredible. Scott Campbell in a 9-dart shootout has found 2 180s. So Scotland and Belgium are into the semi-finals. The Republic of Ireland head for home. The Netherlands are into the final. Much to the delight of this packed-out Portland.
And he only needed one more. It is Wales that is through to the final.
And it's double Dutch delight. The Netherlands are the inaugural international pairs champions.
Only one winner. It's the Netherlands! Well, this is it, the grand final of the 11th Modus Super Series. And yes, of course, we're ready. The players are ready. Jeff Smith! Here's Jimmy Van Schie!
Very good treble 16, double 12.
Game shot left turn
Great
leg.
throw. This is why he's
Yes,
so
mate.
good at finishing.
Game
Great
shot
dart.
left fifth leg.
Under that kind of pressure, you know.
Absolute class quality there for Jimmy Van Schie. For the ball.
101.
Oh, 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Yeah, plethora of different bits from the live lounge in Portsmouth in recent times, which you can catch up across Pluto TV. One of them being the Series 11 final. You can watch that tomorrow from 2:15. Game 4, and it is a meeting between Jamie Kelling and Steve West. And for the winner of this one, they'll move on to 6 points in the group. And they will be joined at the top with the other 3 players at the top of proceedings. Well, let's keep them waiting no longer, Glenn, shall we? And get the action underway, because this is a huge clash, isn't it?
I think we'll be seeing a huge clash for the rest of the night, and for the first time in this Group B, and probably the first time in a while at the Modus Super Series. Nervy moments for Steve
First
West.
leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Well, let's get underway in game 4 of the night. Kelling up against West.
26.
As far as their nights are concerned, Jamie got a win against Gurney, a 4-2 success. Steve West lost out to
140.
Richie Burnett in his opener. An intriguing game that. He had a 140 finish in that particular contest.
58.
But it was Burnett's steadiness, which is not something we often say about him, that was the key commodity to getting that win. If you have just joined us, you may have missed Keegan Brown
100.
beating Richie Burnett 4-2 a few moments ago. Jamie Kelling, as I say, with that 4-2 win over Gurney, and Burnett beating West by 4 legs to 1. So in terms of the table, Burnett, Brown, Gurney on 6, Kelling and West all on 4.
So we're guaranteed to have 4 of the 5 players on 6 points after this. So that means that the conclusion of tonight
140.
is going to go right down to the final game. That I can promise.
Do you have any safety in terms of the free, or at least maybe a couple of the names that will go
100.
through, or is this
Steve,
all in the land of the gods?
121.
No, I'm just going to leave it to the land of the gods. And now it's Steve West's turn to look the better player. Because Jamie Kelling I thought he looked
96.
supreme in his win over Lewis Gurney. And Steve West almost a little bit shell-shocked against Richie Burnett. So you had to have Kelling favourite going into this game all of a sudden.
24.
But
Steve,
it's
you
West.
require 25.
Who looks at 25 for a possible 14 darter. Double 6.
13.
Not to be, but he's got plenty of time. And I don't know if you're one for patterns or trends or anything like that, but all 3 games tonight have gone against throw.
82. Steve, you require 12.
Well, if that's the case, then West wins. Well, double 3, so we haven't seen this miss this week. Let me tell you, that is awkward, because that's all he could
9.
see, that right-hand side
Jamie,
of
you
that double 3.
require 86.
This time it wasn't the player's friend. West looking so good. And this would hurt, because Kelling's been second best, and it's double 7.
Game shot in the first
Is it West
leg.
Knight?
Jamie Kelling.
Or is West going south?
Well, Kelling kills off
Second leg, it's Steve to throw
that
first.
86
Game on.
to take the opening leg, and you got the sense that a quick start was of the utmost necessity for the
125.
Andovian tonight. And so far, so good in that particular category.
140.
Yeah, I'm beginning to know all the local areas as I head home tomorrow night after what's going to be a fantastic Series 2 final.
45.
Week 2 final even.
$60.
Are you a bit like me, where you kind of find favourite service stations on your commutes?
No.
$60.
No, I'm not as boring as you, unfortunately, Henry. Looking as Woodall better than Watford Gap. No, I'm sorry, mate. It's that's just
100.
boring people. You just fit that 1% club. Strange. Baby.
101.
Well, I was going to give you some recommendations. They can go by to buy.
I'm a creature of habit. And I stop at Tip Shelf because it's exactly 2 hours
58.
from home.
Steve, you require 170.
See, you're a man after my thinking. Anyway, the big fish for Steve. Oh, he's going to leave himself
105.
handily poised
Jamie, you require
unless
143.
JK can find another ripper. He had a big one last night, didn't he? The 148. Has he got another big one here? Oh, double 60 wasn't too far
Steve,
away.
you require 65.
He almost burgled that first leg, didn't he? Can West show his class?
45.
There's the answer.
Jamie, you
and so
require
consequently,
32.
Kelling comes back looking at 32 to open up a 2-0 lead, and importantly, a break.
Game shot in the second
In
leg.
this second
Jamie
leg.
Kelling.
I don't know about you, Henry, but you
Third
just
leg is Jamie to the
automatically
reverse.
expect
Game
Steve
on.
West to qualify, whether it's Group A, Group B, Group C. We said pretty much Jimmy Van Ski versus Steve West final.
100.
Bearing in mind he was in a tough Group B, and right now, this is getting worrying. The only good thing is the fact, or is it a good thing? You'll know probably more than me, the fact that
140.
he is still only 2 points behind, but if he loses this, he can only get a maximum of 8 points.
There's a lot of traffic. a lot of traffic in front of him, and the problem is everybody else is kind of
100.
meandering around the same legs difference.
And playing each other.
Exactly. So people are just going to be, and it has been one of those groups where people have been picking points off one
100.
another. It's a desperate now or never situation, and for Steve, who came so close to winning Group A on Wednesday afternoon, it went down to that final game against Jimmy Van Schie, missed out on that particular
55.
occasion. He does not want to be missing out again. And one thing that I know that he cherishes as much as anything else is the fact that nobody
140.
has won more weekly titles than him in this building. If Jimmy Van Schie wins tomorrow night, well, he kiboshes his record.
140. Steve, you require 121. $81.
Good last
Jamie,
start.
You require 106.
It is on throw for Kelling, but our players love this type of finish. He could stay there, but treble 18 would normally be the shot for double 16. Unbelievable
third leg,
darts.
Jamie
West,
Kelling.
what is going on, he says. Look at that.
Fourth
The
leg, it's
highs
Steve
and
to throw
lows of
first.
this game, Henry.
Game on.
Well, he was stood like a man at the bar, and he may well find himself at Last Chart Saloon here, Steve West.
83.
A disconsolate shake of the head as he comes back, trudging up the oche down to the back of the stage.
81.
And Jamie Kelling's the type of player, not many can have a four-leg run on him because he's consistent.
139.
Even though he may not do anything flashy, he'll just do enough to reel off, pick off legs one by one. He's a tungsten cherry picker.
60.
And the mind of West will be a mush right now. You want to be thinking positive. You want to be thinking, I know I can
133.
reel four legs off as good as anybody. But at the same time, he's probably going, how come players are checking out at 106 against me when they're missing
60.
doubles left, right
Steve,
and
you require
centre
146.
against each other?
Well, this could be a spark. He's got 6 from here. He's going to need the 6 to at least
45.
get some blot on the board.
In bottom position overnight was Jamie Kelling. The plan was clear. Win your opening 2 games. He will be back as well
60.
fairly soon
Steve,
after
you
this one
require
against Richie Burnett.
101.
Incredibly, Jamie Kelling in the next 40 could be top of the table.
Jamie Kelling was 25 to 1 at the beginning of the
63.
night to do exactly that. Which meant if you put £1 on Jamie, then you were thinking rather adventurously.
100. Steve, you require 38.
Split or hit? I think originally he was going for the double 19 and changed his mind.
33. Jamie, you require 140.
Yeah, a lot of frustration in that. I was going to say could explode if that 140 gone in because Kelling burgled the first. He
42.
almost
Steve, you
stole the
require
second.
5. Game shot in the fourth leg.
Creeps
Steve
in.
West.
Back in the game, but Jamie Kelling does have the throw. Can he serve it out?
Fifth leg is Jamie to throw first.
Jamie
Game
won't
on.
care as to losing that leg as long as he wins this one. And I think in terms of playing this type of game in isolation,
180.
I think he's so resolutely headstrong as JK.
Yeah, I agree.
100.
West will have to find the magic, won't he? It was the shake of the head when the 2 treble 20s went in for JK.
$57.
The door opens slightly ajar.
100.
Super darts from West, but just the tons.
$140.
Kelling is closing in. And West is going to have to play to his best and win his final 2 games
60. Jamie, you require
stand any
124.
chance of qualifying through to tomorrow night's final. 124 then.
A dart of resignation, I sense, with that last one. Sensible play from Jamie. You said he was headstrong.
55.
He makes the right decisions. His board management's good. Just a little drift into the treble 5 there. But time, you feel, is on his side.
95. Jamie, you require 69.
The reason for the frustration there is another treble may have made the end to this leg rather more interesting. Kelling looks at tops.
Game
and
shot
makes
the match,
no
Jamie
mistake.
Kelling.
He only made one mistake on the doubles in that whole contest. 4 from 5 in the outer ring in a 4-1 success over Steve West. And that means that Westie's going to have to win every game for the remainder of the night if he's going to qualify through. 4 players on 6 points. Kelling, the 4th of which, Brown and Gurney, is on the other side of these advertisement commercial messages.
Welcome back to Pluto TV for the Modus Super Series for Group B action, and it's tight, tight, tight. 4 players are sat on... Oh, what's going on here? That's what you call a little bit of teamwork there from Keegan Brown. But yeah, 4 of the 5 players on 6 points. Just Steve West, who was the favourite going into the competition yesterday, is sat on 4 points. He's got plenty of food for thought. Even if he wins his 2 final games and moves to 8 points, it might still not be enough for Steve West. We'll keep you up to date with all permutations, but quite simply, every win right now is absolute gold dust. Lewis Gurney stood behind Keegan Brown there, was top of the table overnight with 3 wins and 4 yesterday. But his first game, he has walked into the player of the night so far. He was bottom of the table overnight. We were concerned about a possible injury.
First. Game on.
But Jamie Kelling has been superb, and he's put himself right in the mix. Big game.
Indeed it is. Well, they're all big uns, aren't they, from this point onwards?
58.
Every single player knows that every
60.
match has an utmost importance to it if they're going to propel themselves up the league table.
Just the 1 game played so far for Keegan Brown also. That was a comfortable win over Richie Burnett, who was excellent in his opener. So they all seem to be beating each other.
100.
Apart from Jamie Kelling, 2 wins out of 2. Solid without being spectacular. It's Steve West who's the one we're worried about now.
Tell me if I'm being harsh.
You're being harsh.
140.
But when the year began, do you think a lot of people would have expected Keegan Brown to be winning weeks in this building?
No, I think it was a year of
99.
transition. I think when you come off the professional circuit and you've had a tough time, it's almost like you're forgetting how to win. I think what the Modus Super Series is, that stepping back to move forward. I think he's done absolutely
90.
fine, and his game looks in decent shape. It's been great to see him playing for Essex County Darts with his good friend Richie Howson. So he's done everything right.
100. Keegan, you require 126.
But yeah, you're right. To try this is a chance this week. It's a tough one when you've got Jimmy Vansky, Steve West in it. But if he keeps producing darts like this, why can't he go on to win it? Because it's bullseye for the opener.
101. Lewis, you require 142.
Opportunity missed there. Is Gurney going to find a 1-4-2? It's been a night of big finishing so far. Have we got another one here? No is the answer.
106.
So Brown back looking at
25
to find the first leg. 2 8s.
Game shot in the first
Clean,
leg. Keegan
clinical
Brown.
kill from Keegan.
Second leg is Lewis to
Here's
throw
one
first.
for you,
Game
Henry.
on.
Terry Nash, Group C, top of the table overnight.
125.
Waxing lyrical about him, saying he was an excellent value for money of 14 to 1. He had a nervy day today and ended up missing out by 2 points. Is the figure there for Lewis Gurney right now?
96.
The difference, I suppose, with Group C and B is things can go wrong very quickly in a Group C, where in Group B you do
100.
get that extra little bit of wiggle room. Not much, but there's just a little bit more time on your side if you do have a bit of a disastrous start. But saying that, there's a lot of
81.
experienced campaigners in and around him. Kelling's been there, done it, won the T-shirt. Burnett's won a world championship.
95.
Keegan's played on every big stage there is. So there's people that know how to deal with these types of scenarios.
And Lewis Gurney's argument was, come on, Glenn, I averaged 97 in defeat against Jamie Kelling. I'm currently averaging over 98 against
100.
Keegan Brown. I'm doing what I need to do. Players are just playing well against me.
The Jamie Lewis factor,
100.
where he averaged 97 for a Group B campaign and he won just 1 match. He's going to be back next week in Group C. Looking forward to seeing Jamie back. I really do think there's signs that he is
104.
really
Leaves
getting
require
back to the type
81.
of darts which saw him do great things around about 7-8 years ago.
Double 11.
Game shot in the second
Wonderful
leg.
stuff.
Lewis Gurney.
1-1.
Yeah, really good contest this one so far.
Third leg is
Been a great night, hasn't it? Been a good day.
Game on.
Yeah, been a really good day. I think there's been a step up in class in Group C and B from Thursday. You just sense that they can smell tomorrow night.
134.
Yeah, Saturday night, the big night, the night where the crowds come in, the night where the money's on the line, the night where the end goal can be achieved
60.
and realised.
13 world titles in the commentary box. That must be the most that's ever been done.
Well, Phil and Trina were sat next to each other and there was 26.
Yeah, there's Phil and Trina.
57.
Phil was at least nice to me. But if you want to join Trina Gulliver, 10-time world champion, absolute legend
60.
of the sport. Jimmy Van Schie, legend of the Super Series. Jim McEwen, former champion. Dan Hans, a potential star of the future. Owen Binks, star of TikTok and a star
95.
celebrity. And Glenn, you can do by scanning that QR code there.
100.
Even Stephen. It's on the throw of Keegan. 60 points ahead, and that first start makes him a big favourite for this leg now. I think he was unsure with that
95.
last start. Do I go bullseye? Do I go downstairs? And in the end, I think he was in a decision process where, in the end, it trickled into treble 5.
100. Keegan, you require 120.
Found this yesterday. Not going to find it here, but didn't have to find it here.
60.
I'll have an answer set next leg. Keegan Brown now doing the challenge tour. Who does he sit with?
105. Keegan, you require 60.
Big 20. Big tops.
40. Lewis, you
Lewis
require
Gurney's had
76.
quite a tough night, despite the fact he's playing well. Is this the turning point? Yes,
Games
it
on
is.
the
He
third
leads
leg,
2-1.
Lewis Gurney.
Fist pump to boot. Player of the night last night. This would be a big win. The first player
Fourth
to
leg
go
is
to
Lewis
8
to throw
points.
First. Game on.
Keegan Brown enjoying himself on the tour, but I was a little surprised who he sat with.
Assume he was with Joe.
45.
Joe Hunt.
No. Gentleman, by the way.
Oh, really nice guy.
He said he doesn't know you when I spoke to him. Lives in Needles in the Isle of Wight.
44.
I'll tell you who is knowing me quite well is Jimmy Van Schie. He's actually messaged me to
56.
say that he's tuning in tonight.
Oh, you look really proud.
Apparently I'm a legend according to him.
Well, ask Jimmy how many Lakeside titles and Premier Leagues he's won.
Jimmy, how many Lakesides and Premier
60.
Leagues have you won, pal?
How many World Masters has he won? How many Players' Championships has he won? Ask him. Ask him.
Jimmy, you don't have to answer. How many? You never told me.
140.
You haven't answered who he sat with.
Did he sit by himself?
Adam Smith-Neil and Merv King.
Mervyn I can get.
I thought that would be a
42.
fascinating conversation between them.
I know Lewis is good friends with our friend and colleague Jared Cole and Thomas Banks, who we're going to see here next week.
100.
He's looking good, Gurney, isn't he? Just sort of had to just stand back a second as Keegan walked back on there. He's looking good for a 3-1 lead. Keegan's looked
60.
good tonight.
Lewis, you require 160.
He's just sort of hit the skids the past 5 minutes, and his average has dipped by 10 points, and his has gone up by so much. See that 160 already tonight?
But we're not going to see it there. But he's in a very good position here, Lewis, to open up a 3-1 lead. There's the quintessential
39.
Keegan bounce out.
Lewis, you require 20.
For a 3-1 lead.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
Very,
Lewis
very
Gurney.
good. Mature, solid.
Fifth leg, it's Keegan to throw first. Game on.
I tell you what, this is not a good result for Steve West. Because he could have done with Keegan winning this game and winning it tight, because it would have meant that a couple of players would have been very close by.
57. $60.
Yes, in fact, I'm looking for one last game. Maybe Jimmy Van Schie on that stage. $5 each. Is he up for it? Let's see how big he is then.
140.
He's 6'9.5", Glenn.
Ah, right, he wins.
60.
Need to go up a step ladder just to shake his hand. And by the way, there is a very big difference in terms of hands.
52.
He's a very big, mine are very tiny.
I was talking to Dan Hans tonight. Very proud he was, celebrating with the Chinese.
83.
That's the opening game tomorrow night as well. Jimmy Van Ski, JVS versus Dan Hans. That'll be two young, exciting players. That'll be a belter of a first game.
What was on the order? Did he tell it?
No, I was speaking to his girlfriend as well, and then, yeah, they were just super excited, really stoked to be through.
Yeah, good on him. He's worked hard for that this
Keegan,
week.
you require 118.
Keegan, 118. 6 starts to keep the game going at 3-2. And he's going to get a look. Oh, he should have a look. That's a slack dart.
78.
It is, but no real dramas with Lewis Way back on 238. So he'll just gather his thoughts. The biggest leg, I feel,
76.
is pending.
Keegan, you require 40.
Double 10. Doesn't want to come inside here. He does come inside.
35.
Oh, that could leave things rather messy for Keegs.
$97. Keegan, you require 5.
To stay in the match, Matt House.
3.
Disappointing for Keegan.
Lewis, you require
Again, he was looking for that
65.
real special performance. He went well nailed down in this game. We're getting a little bit concerned. But double 18.
Game chart
No
and the
concerns
match, Lewis
anymore.
Gurney.
Lewis Gurney, player of the day yesterday, is the first player to move to 8 points. He is just one away from guaranteed qualification. Still work to do for Keegan Brown as they conclude and chat throughout that game. But looking at all the stats there, the main winner was Lewis Gurney. Very solid, excellent on the doubles again. Work to do for Browns. Burnett next against Jamie Kelling.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius?
Yes.
Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor?
Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Lidlow!
So this is what we've seen on this Friday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, where before the break we saw Lewis Gurney get the better of Keegan Brown by 4 legs to 1. At the halfway point in the evening, it's all open for interpretation here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Shall we see how open it is for interpretation? Yes, we shall. This is how the league table looks. Lewis Gurney is a win away from qualification through to tomorrow night. He's on 8 points. And then you've got Jamie Kelling, Richie Burnett and Keegan Brown all on 6. While Steve West is down in the Group B basement on 4 points. He's going to have to win his last 2 games to make it through. And to make it even more dramatic, everybody can finish on 8. Let's get into game 6. Richie Burnett and Jamie Kelling. Glenn, your thoughts on this match?
Well, I'll just try and bring a little bit of professionalism to the proceedings because that was horrific. Nothing horrific about this Group B campaign, though. The thought that each player can finish on 8 points. There's just a sense that something could be happening tonight, but there again, Gurney looked good. And you'd expect him still to win another game. Player of the night so far, Jamie Kelling's up next against
Richie to throw first.
Richie Burnett, who's had one good game, one not so good game. But hey, if you're trying to work out who's going to win the games at the moment, you're a better person than I am.
135.
Went the distance this one yesterday, Henry. Richie Burnett just getting over the line, 4-3 against Jamie Kelling, but he just looks a different player tonight,
60.
doesn't he?
But so too does Jamie Kelling, which causes some probing problems for the Prince of Wales. Who's looking to
140.
nail on his place through to Saturday night's final here in Portsmouth.
97.
Yeah, local player Jamie. Often can bring a decent crowd with them as well, so fingers crossed we're going to that. Great audience
60.
tomorrow. As you can see, they're all sat just behind them there. Some terrific atmospheres, isn't there, on a Saturday night now, H?
Yeah, there's been some great ones in recent times, and
56.
it's becoming the, the podcasters call it, the Cathedral of Darts.
Yeah, there's people that want to come. Even it's just a shame the northeast is so far away because it really is a
55.
hotbed where I am. But they want to come and sample the atmosphere. It's almost like it's just, you know, we've got to go and watch it and be present. I think when Ryan
45.
Branley really
Richie,
kicks in and
111.
those types of players will get there on a Saturday night. Jamie Owens, I think you'll see a big return of players from the northeast coming down.
I mean, it's one thing I'd love to see at some point in the future is maybe, you wouldn't be able to do it for a normal series week,
70.
but possibly for the odd specials week here and there. Maybe taking the show on the road a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
100. Richie, you require
Northeast,
41.
northwest, southwest, because there's a big booming population in the southwest that absolutely love their darts right now.
Game shot in the first leg.
1-0 to
Richie
Burnett. We part of my role in darts these days is working for the PDPA. And
Second
we're
leg
doing a
is
lot of
Jamie to
coaching,
throw
which has been
first.
specifically based in Middlesbrough and Derby, but the interest, well, we'll come to, fingers crossed, we're coming to Portsmouth next year, but we want to get round the country and get as many
60.
trained coaches in this brilliant game and just get that grassroots sorted.
Tell you what, I'd love to take this, and I think in a small, intimate venue, it would absolutely work for a specials week.
45.
Could you imagine we found the right venue in Dublin for this, for specials week? You'd be able to sell every night. And I don't think it would be
100.
quiet.
I suppose a pint of Guinness in your hand would look like a trough. Because you've got tiny hands.
100.
Perfect dart for Kelling. Absolutely immaculate. You can just tell when he's going to fill them up.
140. $100.
Yeah, great to hear that Jimmy Van Ski is watching tonight, but I'd be keen to find out from him before tomorrow what he's been doing the past couple of days. Part of me was thinking, even though he won Group A, I've always found it where he's been better by going through a Group C or a Group B, just to keep his arm going and his competitive spirit.
Jamie, you require 101.
Looking forward to seeing him tomorrow night.
Kelling looking at 101 to level this game at 1-1. Chapter 19. Not to be. Has to hope Burnett cannot
49.
find
Richie, you require
a second ton top of the night.
Yes, this would be a beauty. All about the first dart. But the pressure's going to be on this 52.
100.
Kelling's been excellent tonight, but he's been asked questions here by Burnett. Double top.
2 tens.
32.
Very close.
Richie, you require
But it's close without a
56.
cigar.
Game shot in the second leg. Richie
2-0 Burnett. He
Burnett.
gets the break. He's in control.
We've been impressed with Burnett, haven't we? And I think he's demonstrating those qualities. I think sometimes he doesn't want the
Third leg is
headlines of
Richie to throw first.
the speaker and the histrionics. This is
Game
about
on.
as professional as you're going to get, Richie Burnett. I have a feeling he's thinking, I want this title. $5,000 this week. It's there to be taken.
Look, potentially this is a £90,000 butterfly effect. To win this week, $5,000. Win the Champions League, $25,000. He'd qualify for the Globals, $60,000.
60,000.
44.
I think I've brought me darts. Where's the qualification for that?
I'll give you a list of qualifying regions in just a second. Because there are qualifiers all across the UK. You play in your vault and you finish top of your region. You've got a very good chance of qualifying. There is open qualifiers in both the north and south of the UK. And there's a seniors qualifier,
60.
Glenn.
So I'm too young for that then, aren't I?
$140.
Needs a maximum. Not happening for Kelling here. Averaging the low
59.
70s. And to be fair, 84 and change was good enough to beat Steve West. 88 and change was good enough to beat Lewis Gurney, who averaged 97.94 against Kelling.
$81.
Burnett looking at 158 to make it 3-0. Can't be done now. Just to put it into some context here, Glenn. If someone was able to
98.
do that, win a week, a Champions Week, and a Global, they'd earn 90 grand for the year. On the year-to-date list, they would earn more than Dave
140.
Chisnell, Michael Van
Richie,
Gogh,
require
Peter Wright,
60.
Rob Cross, Michael Smith, Raymond van Barneveld, Dimitri van den Berg, to name just a few. That's the opportunities
40.
that's there in the amateur
Jamie,
game.
you require 170.
I wouldn't mind having a little chat about that in the next leg, because let's look at the conclusion of this one. Jamie has been nowhere near in this match so far. But it only takes a spark, but that spark's not there.
93. Richie, you
Burnett.
require 20.
For a 3-0 lead, and you would feel it's unassailable from there. So the focus is there. There's the marker.
Game
What a
shot in the
dart,
third
what
leg.
a
Richie
reaction.
Burnett.
Burnett, 3-0 up.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
So that 90 grand you mentioned there, compared to the likes of on the professional, is that with ranking money and non-ranking money?
That's the year to date. That's everything that the players have earned from the 1st of
121.
January to the 12th of September. Everything all in.
That's incredible then, isn't it? That is brilliant for the amateur side of the sport. And what we're trying to build here at the Modus Super Series.
40.
And why, as you talked about earlier, Steve West, does he want to be a professional player again? Why should he? When the opportunities are there on a level he feels he can
140.
still win matches at. Great to see. Love it.
And that's just the prize money. That's about the appearance fees and things like that that come over the top of
60.
your playing here. Conceivably, you could probably get that total if you had appearance fees in and other bits.
100.
Probably close to 100 grand.
Now looking at your sort of salary then, isn't it?
Oh, I wouldn't take a pay cut.
140. Jamie, you require 140.
Do you get paid for working here? Or do you do? Is it voluntary that you do?
It's for my
60.
NVQ. You do it for the love of the
Jamie,
game,
you
wouldn't you?
require 80.
Yeah, I've got enough money anyway, so it's not a problem. I haven't got 7 houses like as Kennan looks at 80. Climbing the ladder.
Game shot on the
What a
fourth
dart
leg,
that
Jamie
is.
Kelling.
It is on throw, but it has to start somewhere. Burnett will have identified the fact that he's got the
Fifth
darts
leg is
here.
Richie to throw
And that
first.
big
Game
opportunity
on.
because that in-play table is looking very, very nice for Richie Burnett.
Simply put, how has he found that?
60.
Because there was nothing at the target to fight.
And the fact he's so tall, everything maybe just had enough just to guide over those 2 darts. But as you can see from the darts, it almost looks impossible
81.
that you can get the ton. But that's a good angle there that you can see of the dart.
Well, he is a bit of a floater, isn't he? Bit of a pusher. He found the
40.
perfect floater there.
Yeah, Richie Burnett showed all the style of his throw that he's not looking for. But there's the angle of entry of the dart going, and what a time to show you.
140.
And despite the throw of Richie Burnett and sometimes the kick, that's a perfect angle for me.
43.
And this needs to be careful here, Richie Burnett, because he had this match in the palm of his hand at 3-0, but he's gone off the boil. And Jamie Kelling, at the back end of matches tonight,
180.
has put 10, 15 points on his average. He's gone from averaging 71 when I last looked to now 88.72, and it's Burnett who's averaging in the 70s now. Are we going to see a
43.
comeback of all
Jamie, you
comebacks?
require 100.
Are we seeing the pendulum begin to swing again? Double 10. Oh,
Game
it's
shot on
swinging
the
all
fifth
right.
leg, Jamie Kelling.
Pendulum moves once more. Back to 3-2.
Sixth leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Ton plus checkout. Number 3 of the night for Jamie Kelling. And he is back.
60.
Right back into the mix.
You're the most animated commentator I've ever worked with. Anyway, your
60.
hand movements are...
I'm surprised you could see him. They're that small. I just enjoy
40.
my darts.
Well, have a look at ChatGPT, see if it calls you energetic or something like that. Oh, he's only doing it as well.
55.
This is turning into a very interesting game because Richie Burnett, 3-0 up, remember. But the momentum seems to be with Kelling right now.
96.
Well, Burnett has been off the boil. You can just see him almost just taking an extra second there. He needs a big one. And the throw and the movement has gone right now.
97.
Well, Kelling really is putting push to shove right now.
How on earth are they going in?
121.
Hong Kong Phooey. I bet you don't remember him, do you?
That was a program back in 1973,
45.
wasn't it?
Wasn't that far back.
21 episodes.
Is he a janitor? No. It's Richie Burnett.
43. Jamie, you require 167.
Annie Bearer, was that the name of the guy? Someone will probably tell us.
Treble 17.
97. Richie, you require 125.
Well, for the first time for the match, centre of the board. Is this a tale of two halves right now? Burnett ran away with this match.
Jamie, you require 70.
Kelling can check out in this 70. This is the most crucial part of the match because Richie Burnett is sat on double top. Big number with side Kelling. Didn't expect
36.
that. Big chance for Burnett.
Richie, you require
This
40.
to go top of the table.
It is double top.
Game shot and
To
the
put
match,
Burnett
Richie
on
Burnett.
top and to put him on the cusp of a Saturday night final once again. It's been composed and focused from the first start, and it may well be enough to send him through once again to Saturday night. Steve West is in must-win territory when he takes on Keegan Brown on the other side of this short break.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series live on Pluto TV, and Lewis Gurney and Richie Burnett are on the cusp. Job done for the pair of them. They're both on 8 points, and one more win for the pair of them will see them through to Saturday night. Not the case for Steve West right now. Real serious difficult moments for one of the firm favourites here at the Live Lounge. That expectation was just probably there that we'll be seeing him on Saturday night. So much so that we predicted a West v Jimmy Van Ski final. Well, he could struggle to get out of this Group B. The predicament he's in right now. He needs to win his last 2 games to give himself any chance of qualification.
Game on.
For Keegan Brown, started very well. A good win over Richie Burnett. And he was looking at a game with Lewis Gurney where he went 1-0 up, and a win against Lewis would have put him top of the table. But
40.
Lewis was superb to then go on and win 4-1. So a couple of players looking for a really important win here. But for West,
85.
really last chance saloon.
Yep, loses this, and then it is all over for Steve up against a stablemate of many years in
46.
Keegan, both managed by the same management company for the most part of their professional careers, or at least their PDC careers anyway.
121.
Steve's somebody that's very
78.
proud of his record here, and we will fight and scrap to try and get to another Saturday night, because there is a lot of banter between him and
85.
Jimmy Van Ski. It's a really friendly rivalry between the pair, but there's absolutely no doubt if Jimmy wins tomorrow night that there will be
99.
a conversation between the pair about the titles they've won.
Yeah, my first reaction was it's a shame they're in the same week, because it's a type of rivalry that I'd like to see Champions Week.
145.
Yeah, decisions to make on 65. I like that player for double 10.
55.
He avoided going for the
Keegan, you
25 and
require
ball, but the doubles have been the
144.
Achilles heel. And the type of night, if this goes, we could see Steve West explode.
Must hit territory at
55.
every
Steve,
single
you
juncture
require
right now
10.
for Steve West. Inside on the 5s. Oh, he
No
went directly
score.
for the madhouse, and then he slipped and missed
Keegan,
the
you
big
require
number.
89.
Keegan's been given a gilt-edged chance. It's going to be a dart of the ball. Didn't even contemplate the treble. Wanted to play safe, but he
64.
almost
Steve, you
executed.
require 10.
Sure, he's got to go high with the first one if he's going to miss. Perfect. Use that as a guide, surely. However, what an
5.
angle. It looks so
Keegan, you
inviting, didn't it?
require 25.
But that camera angle just showed how difficult that last dart was for West.
This group is not happening for Steve West.
Game shot in
Keegan
the first
Brown
leg.
has
Keegan
picked
Brown.
a pocket or two to lead 1-0.
Second leg, it's Steve to throw first. Game on.
So tight at the top.
43.
We're just seeing a plethora of players on 8 and 6 points. But what does it mean to the table for Keegan Brown?
97.
So just a reminder, that table there is based on the fact that it's only a 1-0 victory for Keegan Brown.
96.
So if he was to win the match, he would go to that 8 points, but that legs difference would change dramatically there. Richie Burnett and Gurney on the cusp.
81.
Keegan Brown can join them there, but Lewis Gurney's only played the 6 games. He's still the red-hot favourite to qualify. There's Jamie Kelling, who no doubt will be having a
60.
look at that in-play table as he's in the practice room. He's still got work to do. It's Gurney and Burnett up next, then Kelling versus Keegan Brown. That could be crucial. And the final game of the night,
140.
Steve West against Lewis Gurney.
At the tail of the tape in terms of the Group B table. And it's not a tail that's reading too kindly for that
38.
man in your picture there. Keegan having nicked the first leg He's getting a
58.
rather safe passage here through leg 2.
It feels like a free ride, doesn't it?
85. Keegan, you require 125.
125 for Keegan. Didn't have to chase the bullseye with Steve not on a finish.
Yeah, I mentioned it last night. Keegan had a fantastic practice session with his friend Joe Hunt. Nearly 80 legs as
99.
Steve West gives himself
Keegan, you
some
require
hope.
57.
It's very much in the hands of Keegan.
Who stays at tops.
37.
Couldn't find either that or
Steve, you
tens. Is this a
require
route back into the
80.
contest for Steve?
Well, players have been eating them types of finishes against Steve is probably what he is thinking, but it is only the one dart. It's not easy, it's awkward, but there's enough there for him to see it.
60.
But as you mentioned at the beginning of this leg,
Keegan,
it
you
just doesn't
require
seem to be
20.
happening in this Group B campaign. Keegan for a 2-0 lead.
It's double 5.
10.
It's high.
Steve, you require
It's
20.
another chance for Steve. Has to take this one. Cannot afford another miss.
Game
And
shot
he
in the second leg. Steve
eventually
West.
obliges.
Third leg, it's Keegan to throw first. Game on. $60.
Well, so far in this game, we have seen holds a throw in 23 and 24 darts. Bit smelly.
It is, but the importance
100.
of every single leg. Like I say, it's, part of me thinking if Steve can somehow get through this group, do you know what? I think he'd go on and win it
93.
tomorrow night.
You'd be a cat with 9 lives. Are you ready to play our brand new game, Glenn?
Yeah.
The missing link.
60.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do Steve Beaton, Eric Claret, Colin Monk, and Raymond van Barneveld all have in common?
94.
I'm trying to think if Eric Claris was a runner-up in the World Masters. Is it that they've all been a runner-up in the World
95.
Masters?
Incorrect.
Steve Beaton.
136.
Well, Keegan here looking at 118 to open up
140.
a 2-1 lead in the
118.
contest. It's the ball. But that's not there
75.
for Keegs.
Steve, you require 106.
For a breaker throw. And to really get Steve West going. He might even stay there, you know. It's such a good marker. I have no problem with that, Steve.
41.
I have
Keegan,
a
you
problem with that
require
last start, though.
43.
Almost giving the leg to Keegan Brown, who's not looking great himself right now. You can just see the way he's grabbing that dart as well.
Game shot in the third leg. Keegan Brown.
2-1 Keegan. Steve West is 2 legs away from impending doom.
Fourth leg, it's Steve to throw first. Game on.
For whatever reason tonight, it has just
96.
not happened for Steve.
He probably felt
57.
great. He's probably practiced well. This is why we love this game.
97.
Conundrum has so many emotions. It can be complicated. It can be straightforward. It can be the best game in the world. It can be the worst place to be.
84. $132.
That's a decent turn. And from this point, he should level this game up at 2-2, but Keegan might have something to say about it.
138.
I know you don't have much hair left, but anyway, you recommend for a haircut and a shave tomorrow?
I'll tell you what, there's a good barber just down the
60.
road from the venue which I use, and they do a very, very good job on mine. The fact there's still some left means they must be miracle workers.
Well, I don't want to put in the hole in the back of the head like yours.
96. Steve, you require 116.
To get back on level terms, he'll stay there for double top.
96. Keegan, you require 126.
Level.
Game shot on the fourth there.
Labash.
Keegan Brown.
And Keegan Brown opens up a 3-1 lead.
Fifth leg, it's Keegan to throw first.
I think Steve
Game
knows that his fate could well be sealed in a few moments' time.
I feel his pain. He will feel like everything is going against him. Every big finish seems to be going in. He's giving players opportunities, not taking his opportunities. But
100.
a big win for Keegan Brown if he can get over the line. That Jamie Kelling Keegan Brown game is going to be monstrous.
99.
Top of the table clash next. Lewis Gurney, Richie Burnett, the winner of that game, will be our fourth player through to Saturday night.
It'll be the one with the cast
100.
iron guarantee. In fact, it could all be done in a few games' time anyway if Keegan wins this one. The winner of the next one will be through JK if he beats... Keegan beats JK. He'd be on
128.
10 points. And, of course, JK won't be able to get any further, so to ensure the top three will be in situ.
140. Keegan, you require 140.
For the match. He'll stay there. Incredible darts. Double 16.
108. Steve, you
Why is
require
this an act
161.
of the severest of darting defiances? Is this a stay of execution? No.
97. Keegan, you require 32.
This would be a big win for Keegan Brown. Huge win for Keegan Brown.
Game
he gets
shot
there
and
in
match,
the end.
Keegan Brown.
Steve West is out. Keegan Brown is very, very much in the mix. He will come back to fight for another game. He will play the penultimate game against Jamie Kelling. But for Steve West, one of the big favourites, one of the real legends here at the Modus Super Series, we won't be seeing him tomorrow night. There's the tail of the tape. 2 points to Keegan Brown. Top of the table clash next. The winner of this game is definitely through. It's Gurney versus Burnett.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where before the break, Keegan Brown got the better of Steve West by 4 legs to 1. Game number 8 is a meeting between Lewis Gurney and Richie Burnett. Now, if Richie Burnett gets a solitary leg in this contest against Lewis, then he will be the first player confirmed through to tomorrow night's final from this group. The winner of this game will have an automatic passage through to the Saturday showdown here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Two players looking to return to the Saturday night fold, and 2 players looking for a first weekly win should they get there.
55.
Yeah, it's all looking good, isn't it?
$44.
Would qualify with a win. I think if he was not to qualify from here, I think it'd be quite difficult to stomach for Lewis.
125. $43.
And it's being played like a game where both players kind of know what's at stake, because it's been quite a lackluster start so far to this one.
Yeah, we haven't said that much tonight, have we? There have been some
80.
drama-fueled games. And like I said, I think Richie answered his own questions in his pre-interview that the less emotion he shows, the better he is. And already he's
140.
screaming and shouting in silence, if that makes any sense. We're watching him from afar, where that is best. When that's minimal,
60.
he's doing absolutely fine.
Lewis, you require
But it's one of them where it's very
123.
easy for us to sit up here in a commentary box, but how do you change a habit of a lifetime?
Yeah, I agree. Fair point.
45.
But what Gurney needs to do is jump on this while he can, because this has been a really slow start from Burnett.
85. Lewis, you require 78.
78 required. That 42
Game shot in
leaves
the first leg,
36.
Lewis Gurney.
And that's 1-0 Gurney.
Who's got the dynamic power? Now
Second
Steve
leg
West
is
isn't
Richie
through.
to throw first.
Out of the potential 4
Game
players,
on.
who's got the dynamic power to win a Saturday night? Because that knockout feel, the crowd, it feels different. I don't think consistency usually wins the days, though. Carl Wilkinson, his game is all based on
60.
consistency. Our first weekly winner.
I think Jimmy Van Schie will quietly be happy to see the back of Steve West.
39.
Much as he enjoys their rivalry, he's somebody that can go and win a Saturday genuinely. Yeah. He's gone. I think Richie Burnett has still got an X-Factor game in him. And I don't know, like,
59.
sometimes, and you'll understand this, when you're sat in this commentary box, you just get a gut on something. You can't put any kind of detailed analysis. You can't put any rhyme or reason as to why you think something. Your gut just gives you something. And my gut is telling me that Richie Burnett could have a very, very big case to answer in terms of who wins this week.
100.
Yeah, I really like the form of Lewis Gurney. I think he impressed last night. He had his first. I say he's a lot of talking to himself tonight in headship, which we didn't see last night. I'd like to see that
44.
just reduced a little bit. I'll keep that desire and that motivation within. But I've been happy, very, very happy with his game.
But Jimmy will go off tomorrow.
140.
Whoever gets out of this, whoever comes through this group, Jimmy's going to be a big favourite tomorrow night. I wouldn't be surprised if the bookies have him laid quite
Richie,
low.
you've
As
got
Gurney finds
142.
2-1-8 in the leg. But what I will say about Lewis, he's got a scoring power that is there with
43.
anybody that we've seen
Lewis, you
play this
require
week.
58.
We saw him 4 from 5 in his doubles against Keegan Brown. If he can find some
Game shot
mojo
the
in this
second leg, Lewis
department,
Gurney.
he has got a case himself. And I think he'll like the fact that not a
Third leg,
single
it's
one of
Lewis
us
to throw
have
first.
been
Game
saying
on.
a single word about him.
Yep, 97 average in defeat in the first game. He was averaging 98 for the majority of the second, ended up with an 88. And right now he's averaging 96, just dipped to 93 after that.
$83.
Windy night on the south coast. But who is going to be reigning in a win tomorrow night?
81.
Has been spitting a bit, hasn't it, outside?
It's like a summer's day in Middlesbrough, this.
48.
Man up. He's not very happy at the moment, Richie Burnett. I wonder if he knows he only needs one leg. Because he's playing like a man who's just like dipping before the winning line.
I suspect no, and that's mainly based on the fact that we've had to go through a lot of number crunching with databases and spreadsheets and automated populated spreadsheets to work out the scenario. So I think it'd be very difficult for the naked eye to make it out.
180.
Because my next question is, this is his final game. Is he then reliant on other results? So that 180 does help his cause. Should be the 18s for Lewis.
44.
Definitely helps his cause. Now, 6 darts and 190 for qualification.
But I also think Burnett is one of those players that I think might be better if he doesn't know about legs.
$121.
I think Lewis will find it quite amusing. Is that wry
100.
smile on his...
Richie, you require
Richie
69.
goes through his performance.
Now, Richie Burnett is probably somebody that Lewis Gurney spent his young years watching and admiring, and who possibly thought he may have never had the opportunity to play him in the flesh. But this is qualification moment. Whether he knows it, we don't know. But we know that this leg sends him through, but he's missed the big number.
I don't know if Lewis is smiling behind her, or is he just getting himself ready?
37. Lewis, you require 84.
2 darts away. Double 18.
Game shot in the
Incredible.
third leg. Lewis
Burnett will be
Gurney.
serious. Look at that.
Fourth leg is Richie to throw first. Game on.
Lewis Gurney is trying to keep it all together. Now, even if Burnett loses this 4-0, it would take an incredible chain of events in the next match to depose him of a place.
140.
I've got to say, Lewis Gurney, if we were in Scotland, we'd call him Granite.
He's just been good.
41.
He's been all round very, very good. He's just trying not to get involved with Richie there.
And let's be honest, he's probably never played someone like Richie Burnett before.
95.
Because there's seldom players that play the game in the way Richie Burnett does.
Just my mind goes back to those practice darts he did around about 9:30 tonight. And right now everything's gone. The whole body's moving, the kick, the arms.
58.
I'll let you tell me you only needed a leg after it.
Happy to interview him if you want. Might be the last thing I ever do here.
100.
Maybe it won't be as tense as that interview with
140.
Banana and
Richie, you
Gabriel
require
Clark. But
124.
this is qualification moment for Richie Burnett. Is he going to do it in some sumptuous style? It's double 11. It's not going to be a pompey party for the Prince of Wales just yet.
And this for a 4-0 victory. He'll stay there for double 18. He's mustered on this.
90. Richie, you require
Here we go then.
22.
He only needs the leg to qualify himself through
No score.
That is a man that is
Lewis,
boiling
you
over.
require
And in the
18.
background is a man that's trying to keep his head together as all those around him lose theirs.
To be the 4th player through.
No score.
This
Richie
is getting
required
very, very
22.
nervy. There is a real sense of embroilment about this game right now. Shredsville.
Game shot.
Richie Burnett, though,
Richie
won't
Burnett.
care because he is the 4th name into the hat. The Prince of Wales is back into Saturday night.
leg
Whether he
is
knows
Lewis
or
to
not, we
throw
don't quite
first.
know. But Lewis Gurney at the back of the stage is
on.
beginning to cut a bit of a figure of frustration.
Part of me thinks he knows.
180.
Gurney on the cusp. Richie Burnett through. Joining Jimmy Van Ski. Jim McHugh, and a
46.
real experience feel there, isn't it? Dan Hans, looking forward to seeing how he plays on a Saturday night. I think Lewis Gurney's moments away from qualification.
The only way we'll know whether Richie
81.
Burnett knows or not is if he has doubles to make it 3-2 and how he reacts to them.
60.
So at the same time, this is Richie Burnett we're talking about.
I wish he could watch his pre-interview and watch his behaviours right now. And not behaviour as in
100.
not behaviour, I mean his behaviours as what he wants to do on that.
There's two completely different mannerisms right now, isn't there?
Well, what words did he use with you? He's working on his composure. There was a couple of words he used which I
100. Lewis,
thought,
you
he's
require
right.
140.
But I also then go back to your response there. How do you change as Gurney looks at the 140 finish?
Yes.
Excellent setup play. We had our 4th player through in Richie Burnett.
108.
We are seconds away, you feel, of getting our 5th player. And this sets up a mouth-watering Kelling Brown decider.
Well, it makes game 9 effectively. Well, it is a
60.
shootout match.
Lewis,
So
you
when it goes through,
require
Lewis goes home.
32.
But double 16 and now double 8.
28.
Oh, 3 more darts missed, but he will come back for more.
He just needs to keep his thoughts together. Should be the bullseye with the last.
60. Lewis, you require 4.
Let him walk by, Lewis. Look at double 2 and nail it. Job
Game
done.
shot, and the
Lewis
match,
Gurney
Lewis
will be our
Gurney.
5th playthrough to Saturday night, joining Richie Burnett, who I'm not really sure knows that he's qualified right now. He doesn't look like the type of person who is celebrating right now, but the pair of them could be meeting tomorrow night. Lewis Gurney's been superb in his Group B campaign. Had to deal with a lot there, but once again, averaging over 90. We move on to such an important game. It's the penultimate game of the night. It's a shootout for our final qualifier. It's Kelling versus Keegan Brown.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for the tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's done, and you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skee's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Van Ski is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
What a night here at the Modus Super Series at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. It has been unbelievable. And you join us for the penultimate game of the night, which is now a straight shootout. I think even the players don't believe it's a straight shootout because they're thinking, how on earth has Richie Burnett got through, despite the fact that he's lost the last game 4-1. But we've looked at every equation that could happen. And Richie Burnett is safely through to Saturday night. This has become a straight shootout. Overnight, Jamie Kelling was sat in bottom place. We had concerns
Game on.
about a potential injury to the shoulder when he told us it was to do with the tricep yesterday, maybe just the replication of throwing darts for 5 days. Felt 100% today. Felt good. And for Keegan Brown, he's just been around that periphery of qualification. Even since the very first game yesterday, he's been a little bit up 59. And down. A good win against Richie Burnett early doors, but then Lewis Gurney really did do a number on him. He then bounced back for a fabulous win for Steve West. So 2 informed players, 1 qualification. This could be a beaut.
Keegan Brown has been impossibly hard to try and figure out over the last few days.
78.
But this man keeps himself as straight
100.
as a Ferrari on a motorway.
My Ferrari doesn't go that straight.
You have a Ferrari?
100. Jamie, you require 121.
121 for the first knockout punch. Double 7 tops was what he wanted with Keegan.
81.
Not on an out finish.
If you say so, Henry.
140.
Pressure.
Jamie, you require 40.
Is it enough? Jamie Kelling just looks like he's running his own race right now. He's been superb tonight. Normally so cool and calm.
20.
But not
Keegan,
this
you
time.
require 124.
Keegan Brown with that 140. He's giving himself an opportunity. And it's that type of finish. Needs to treble one of the first 2 darts, but that's a mess.
Yeah, he's handed the keys to Kelling.
25.
Once again in this
Jamie, you require 20.
opening salvo. And because of that slip in the single one, he's left himself a 99 even if he does return.
No score.
Head in hand, but that slip into the single one could prove costly now for Keegan.
Yeah, but it's an opportunity though. Kelling looked absolutely fine. But 6 missed darts at a double. Tops.
59.
I don't think he'll miss this time.
20.
It's double 10.
Game shot.
It's
the first
1-0.
leg,
It's
Jamie
first
Kelling.
bug JK. And that's a lesser spotted bit of gusto being applied by JK.
Second leg, it's Keegan to throw first. Game on.
We often talk about designs of shirts, colours of shirts. It's just great to see Jamie Kelling actually wearing a dart shirt. One of those players who just often turned up in a standard T-shirt. Looking very resplendent.
Well, he's kind of got his colour scheme, hasn't he, yellow? And that's kind of reminiscent to the yellow flights he used to wear back in the... used to use back in the old gaff in Southampton. Paul Nicholson actually gave him a nickname of the Yellow Submarine.
140.
What, does he work in the Navy or something? Or?
Well, I think he was listening to the Beatles in the car probably on the way up one night.
135.
It was either that or the Yellow Brick Road, isn't it? But
what's the only nickname I ever had?
59.
Dart related.
Well, that's not what I heard. Dozer.
Apart from that one, Dopey.
98.
Dart-wise. Boxing is the clue. Roberto Duran.
134.
The Hands of Tungsten, I was called.
Can you please not talk about hands?
96. Keegan, you require 83.
Good response here from Keegan Brown. 74 points left. He's going to leave tops if he stays
43.
safe. These
Jamie,
are the
you
types of
require
finishes, though, Henry.
114.
Well, this would have seismic oh, no. That is an absolute disaster.
22. Keegan, you require 40.
Group C was tight. Went right
James
down
on
to
the
the
second
wire.
leg, Keegan
We
Brown.
could be going down to the last leg again. Jim McEwen, round about 6 o'clock
Third leg
tonight.
is Jamie to throw
Had to win
first.
the last
Game
leg
on.
against Dan Hans. He managed to do that. The winner of this game is our final qualifier for Saturday night.
134.
This has 3-3 all over it.
It's a near complete jigsaw, but it needs one more piece to be threaded into it.
Imagine the one who doesn't get through tonight. I
97.
mean, we are going to be talking fine margins.
I think it will be harder for Keegan to take than it will be Jamie, because Keegan has seemingly always put himself in a decent position in this
84.
group, where Jamie knew at the beginning of the night he was always finding himself chasing. This is a bit of a bonus for him, whereas Keegan would have felt as if this should have been a job which could have
98.
been completed a long time prior.
$58.
Should that start downstairs on 306?
$58.
Just needs to be careful here. Still in the 19s is the answer.
96.
The treble is your Brucey bonus.
Lees himself on 129. Lees himself mighty fine.
140.
But Keegan with that
Jamie, you
140 has
require
made matters rather
129.
interesting. Now, Richie Burnett found a 129 in the opening match of the night. Is Kelling going to find a crucial one here? Keegan Brown can't look.
104.
And that 25
Keegan, you
was
require
grazed.
108.
Yeah, we mentioned fine margins. The width of a wire. Oh, what a dart that is. Stay simple with a big number. Double 16. Massive dart.
92. Jamie, you require 25.
Both players have had a dart for 2-1. Kelling comes back for double 8.
17. Keegan, you require 16.
You can feel the tension. 1 from 10 on the doubles for Kelling. Usually
James
so
on the third
deadly.
leg, Keegan Brown.
Keegan Brown picking up the scraps. He had to break Jamie Kelling if he was going to win this game.
Fourth leg, it's Keegan to throw first.
Job done.
Game
Now
on.
he has the darts. Can he hit him really hard?
$140
140 start. Well, that is a hard hit. Well, what might be jabs, Keegan Brown will be
60.
hoping are more notable blows now.
$93.
Is he just incrementally shoving Jamie Kelling closer to the canvas?
Feels that way, doesn't it?
83.
See one big haymaker here from Keegan Brown. Just having problems getting that dart in his hand there, but that's a stunning dart. Just keeping himself in front,
128.
using all that experience and knowledge of the game. Keegan Brown's become a big favourite to be our 6th and final qualifier for Saturday night. What can Kelling do about it?
100. Keegan, you require 140.
Another big one for Keegan. He found a 1-2-6 at the perfect time to rally himself towards victory against Steve West. He didn't have to find the 140, but what he has
108.
done is leave himself on 32 after 12 to move 3-1 to the good. He's going for the gears when he's had to.
9.
Well,
Keegan, you require
You don't often see that from Jamie Kelling. The frustration's even kicking
Game
into
shot on
him
the
now,
floor
and
there,
Brown
Keegan Brown.
hits him where it really hurts. For Keegan Brown with 3-1 right now.
5th leg, it's Jamie
He knows
to
that
throw
this leg's the
first.
freebie.
Game on.
He'll be relaxed. We talked about the large intake of water he takes. He's up there with Rob Cross, isn't he? He gets 2
100.
glasses to everyone's 1.
I'd hate to be his bladder.
60.
Well, that just an indication that there is a glass and a half in Keegan Brown.
180.
It's almost like Jamie Kelling threw 3 darts in the previous leg. I was thinking, is that it? Well, that's the grit and fight that you need to find.
95.
He knows on every given day he can do 3 12-darters.
$121.
Could be a welcome distraction, the issue with the flight and the stem there, because it stops you overthinking the problem.
58.
By
Jamie,
the time he
you require
turns round, he knows he
100.
needs 100 points and looking good to reduce the deficit. Doesn't need to go tops. I like that play. It's just a little bit dangerous there, but that's a stunning dart.
Yeah, it's either person. Some other players may have gone to the 12s there in that particular suit, but Jamie Kelling hoping just to catch between, and that was exactly what he
60.
did. Tops left after 12.
Jamie, you require
All he can
40.
do in this situation is force Keegan Brown to serve the match out.
Game
And he's going
shot
to
on the
have to
5th
do
leg,
so. That's
Jamie
a 13
Kelling.
darter. Jamie Kelling isn't going to roll over and get his belly tickled.
Oh, look at the concentration on
6th
Keegan
leg,
Brown.
it's Keegan to throw first.
Do I like
Game
that?
on.
And do I like that 13 dart of a JK? Anyone watching aspiring players, did you see the pre-throw routine of Keegan Brown there? He looked down, he was focused, he was gathering his thoughts, smashes in a 177. That's the way to do it.
100.
Well, this is a man of the utmost experience. He would have known, yep, that's a leg on the Kelling throw, but this is my chance. I have the darts. Let's make hay while the sun shines. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong commentator.
57. $123.
This is a good game. There was a moment there where I thought Jamie said, no, don't fancy this now. Frustration's getting the better of me. And for Keegan Brown,
83.
despite that 3 there, he's in control.
$50.
Well, is that the proverbial white flag being raised?
That's with a capital
96.
W.
88 left for Keegan Brown to secure his place into
58. Keegan, you
Another
require 88.
Saturday night at the Super Series.
Double 7.
74. Jamie, you require 170.
Well, I've had a bit of everything this week. The ups and downs of Group A and Group C. I thought we were going to have one last blast, but it's over to
60.
Keegan Brown.
Keegan, you require 14.
It's double four.
Game shot.
Keegan
and the match,
Brown is
Keegan Brown.
into Saturday night once again. He was made to work very hard for it. For Jamie Kelling, it was the slow start yesterday that was his undoing. He fought valiantly tonight, but he just fell short. Keegan Brown is name number 6 into tomorrow night. Steve West and Lewis Gurney will end the night's proceedings on the other side of this short break.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Keegan Brown is the last player confirmed through to tomorrow night's final. He's in second position. Him and Lewis Gurney both on 10 points, so that is just a holding position for now. Richie Burnett on 8 points is through. Jamie Kelling on 6 points heads for home, and Steve West also eliminated from the mix. Many congratulations goes to Keegan, and I can say that in person because he sat next to me here in the Pluto TV studio. Now, Keegan, let's talk about the night, because it felt like throughout the course of the group, you've always put yourself in a decent position, but I can imagine you would have been gutted if you didn't get over the line there.
Yeah, darts is full of emotion, and do you know what? It's actually quite nice to sit here as a player, not as a pundit for a change. But yeah, I just thought obviously we knew whoever won that last match would have gone through, and I just thought stay with him, put the pressure on him, and to be fair to Jamie, the way he kicked off that first leg, I thought, oh no, here we go, and then I don't want to say I got lucky, maybe experience won the battle, but I'm here for Saturday night. That's all that matters.
Well, this was the moment that sealed it. Relief in the end?
Yeah, it's weird because, like, when you're playing, you just think, oh, just win. But then when you have to win, it's a different situation. I just thought, do what you do best. Just, show some bottle and stay with them. And then, just like I said, I'm just glad that Experience won on the day.
Experience did win on the day. You're into another Saturday night here at the Live Lounge. Are you at a point where you feel like, hey, we need to go and win one of these?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad, would it? No. To be fair, like, I thought I played well. I thought I played well last night, and obviously tonight I've played all right. Obviously I've played well to get through to tomorrow night, but yeah, like, it's just ticking off a sheet now, and all I want to do is just win one of these and say, right, happy days, I've done it now.
How would you epitomise your first year off tour?
I've loved it. I'm not going to lie, but I've gone on 6 holidays, flown 43,000 miles around the earth, and I've not gone to Wigan once. So I'm absolutely loving life at the moment.
First of all, can I have your BA loyalty points?
No, because I'm bronze, and I'm waiting to go to silver, and I can go back at the lounge at Heathrow. So that's all I'm going for.
But the serious question though is actually in terms of the fact you've been on tour for so many years, way in excess of a decade, the fact that you've taken this step, some would say a step back. Would you see it as a step back? Or is it actually a refreshing break in your career?
No, to be fair, like, I am, as much as it breaks my heart, I am, with my joints, with the arthritis, it absolutely pains me because one day it could be good, one day it could be bad, and yeah, I just play every day. Tomorrow night, if my wrist wants to swell up on my knuckles, then, so be it as such. But it's just one of them things, and, you just take the good days better than the bad days.
I don't know what you can see behind you, but they're having a go at us because we're keeping them waiting ahead of their game. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep them waiting even longer, right? We're going to ask a couple more questions.
Yeah. No, I prefer this. It's so good because obviously Steve's a fellow DJ shop and a DJD, sponsored player. So he's in my stable, and he's the one that's giving me grief. And to be fair to Lewis, how good is that kid? He's absolutely fantastic,
he's amazing, isn't he?
But the worst thing about it, he's so blimmin' nice. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, to be fair, Steve, I know you're 75 and you want your Horlicks now, but that's the art of the game, isn't it?
Right, Keegan, we've actually got a game to throw to.
No, we haven't, have we?
We've got another game of darts.
Another game of darts.
Another game of darts. Glenn, it's all... Glenn, it's all yours.
Thankfully, poor Steve. Well, that was, I must admit, that was a real good exchange. It's great to see a big smile on the face there of Keegan Brown as well. He's the final qualifier in what's now going to be an excellent night. But quite sad the fact that Steve West won't be there tomorrow. That's for sure. But to see that smile on Keegan's face is absolutely fantastic. He'll play a big part in it tomorrow night. That's for sure. And Keegan was absolutely spot on about Lewis Gurney as well. He's been a breath of fresh air in this exciting Group B. He's the one that shone brightly for me. That real mixture of big scoring and good finishing. A nice person, Keegan said as well. So not all too bad. Good things can happen to good people. And Henry Deacon joins me back. That was an excellent interview there with Keegan. Just talking about the fact that it's great to see that smile back on his face.
55.
Yeah, I think we're keeping Steve West awake right now, aren't we?
Yeah, that was real good banter and exchange. Because inside, Steve's going to be hurt. And we talk about the fact how much this is a priority in his
darts career at this moment
59.
in 2025. And not to see him there, not to have that potential match with Jimmy Van Ski as well, but he'll bounce back.
95.
Poor Steve, that could be a meme in the morning. But yeah, I agree with your sentiments. I echo your sentiments. I think for Keegan, and it's
57.
interesting what he said in terms of it when I asked him about what life's like off tour, and I know he was joking about it, but it is true.
60.
Tour life can be all-encompassing. You're spending a lot of time away from family. You're spending a lot of time away from some of the things that you enjoy doing, and
60.
that's why I asked him the question: is it a step back or not? And he said, well, no, it's just another phase in my career. But let's hang on a second, because
140, Steve,
I've got a
170.
feeling that the fish, Glenn, goes.
Well, he left it, didn't he? There was not even consideration of going anything but the big 20.
105. Lewis, you
So
require
we'll feel a little
52.
bit like exhibition darts for Lewis Gurney. Just want to keep that
Game shot in
good
the first
feeling
leg,
going.
Lewis Gurney.
He's been terrific. And to have that sentiment backed up as well by Keegan Brown in their interview.
Second
But
leg, it's
smiles
Lewis
all
to throw
around right
first.
now.
Game on.
Steve's off.
Shades of Manly against Lewis.
60.
Giving it large, Lewis.
$100.
I think we're going to have some fun here, Glenn.
60.
Yeah, I think we are in relation to Steve, but the balance of the dart looks great. I mean, I'm going to go back to Paul Nicholson, because Paul said when that first dart goes,
140.
that's when he's at his best. And maybe if he's going to analyse and look back at where it probably went wrong, he's a massive
45.
scorer, often the most biggest 180 hitter when he's in groups. And maybe just too many of those first darts flies, and a lot of them going underneath that treble. And that's the
85.
dart he really dislikes, Steve. So I think that's what his analysis will be. And players did just hit big finishes against him.
134.
Yeah, so a week of what could have been for Steve West.
136.
How typical is it when it's nothing on the line, but yet you then find darts like that,
81,
tops up to
Steve,
12 to level
require
up at
40.
1-1.
Because he's relaxed.
Game shot in the
1-1.
second leg, Steve West.
Good game again. I'd say Lewis is giving it absolutely everything right now, because you don't want to go into tomorrow night on the back of a
Third
defeat.
leg,
But
it's Steve to throw first. Game on.
is he guaranteed to top the table overnight, whatever happens?
61.
Loses this by 3 legs, then no.
140.
Anyway, would you like the answer to the first ever missing link?
Yeah.
140.
So tonight's missing link was: what do Steve Beaton, Eric Claris, Colin Monk and
60.
Raymond van Barneveld all have in common?
They all lost to Phil Taylor in the first round at Lakeside.
Incorrect. You were very close
100.
with Eric Claris, World Masters. Bede won the World Masters, Eric Claris.
123.
The semi-finalist, finalist and winner of the World Masters on the year you were born.
No.
Come on then, the suspense is killing me.
All 4
30.
of those players have beaten Richie Burnett in a BDO major final. Steve Beaton beat him in the 1996 BDO World
98.
Championship final.
Steve,
Eric
you require
Claris,
170.
Colin Monk beat him in World Masters finals, and Raymond van Barneveld beat him famously in the 1998 World Final.
56.
Good question.
Lewis, you require 80.
Gurney for double 16. If this goes in, he will secure a top spot.
64. Steve, you require 114.
14 for Steve.
Shanghai on the 19s, I think, was the reason.
59.
Start on the
Lewis,
19s.
you require 16.
But I think the best player has been Lewis Gurney in this Group B.
No score.
But still a bit more work to do.
Steve, you require 55.
55 acquired. Double top.
15. Lewis, you require 16.
2 fours. Now down, chasing double 2.
14. Steve,
He's had
you
opportunities to
require
win this
40.
group in this leg.
$20. Lewis, you require 2.
Tired
No
darts. A player who knows
Steve,
he's
you
qualified
require
probably just wants to get
20.
back to his hotel and prepare for tomorrow.
Game shot in the third leg.
Steve West moves 2 and up with that double 10.
Fourth leg is Lewis to throw first. 80. $83. $58. $91.
Yeah, I was just looking at the potential matchups for tomorrow. What we do know is the first
140.
game will be a rapid game. Jimmy Van Ski against Dan Hans. They have met before away from the Modus Super Series.
60.
And the runner-up in this Group B will join those two excellent players. Should be a great night, Henry.
Yes,
59.
indeed it should. It should be packed to the rafters here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth for the biggest event on the South Coast anywhere this weekend.
Are you bringing your friends? Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Are you bringing your friend?
69. Lewis, you require 164.
Owen Binks is refereeing. Actually, he's not my friend.
He's a colleague. Good setup play.
94.
He had opportunities going to top this group. And he's going to get more opportunities with a 70 finish.
56. Lewis, you require 70.
Double 8. There's
Game shot
your
in the
winner of
fourth
Group
leg,
B.
Lewis Gurney.
And well deserved.
Yeah, he's been excellent. He's been really
Fifth
good.
leg is
He's been
Steve to
really
throw
calm,
first. Game on.
controlled. It's just ticked excuse me. He's ticked every box.
57.
So Group A tomorrow will be Jimmy Van Ski, Dan Hans and Keegan
81.
Brown. Nice.
Yep, a man from Breda, a man from Walsall, and a man from Needles.
91.
I think that's going to stick as a joke from now on.
58.
Do you know what the capital of Middlesbrough is?
Is it M?
134.
Does it?
$94.
Jim McEwen, Richie Burnett, Lewis Gurney.
133. $58. Steve, you require 86.
To go one away. I think Steve West will still be
26.
here tomorrow in the crowd.
Probably not. Mainly because of the fact it's his wife Michelle's
80.
birthday. And
Steve, you require
because we have
60.
past midnight, happy birthday, Michelle, who I know will be watching. We'll be watching on tentatively
Game shot on the
as
fifth leg,
Westy
Steve
pins
West.
tops. 3-2.
Sixth leg is Lewis to throw first.
Leg 6 gets underway. With a little bit of a slip.
125.
Take me home, country roads, you feel, for Lewis. Job well done. Top of the table. Big night coming.
40.
Still feel that opportunity is there, Sebastian. I think it's opportunity knocks also for next week. I think every player that looked
55.
at next week is, yeah, it's tough, but it's winnable. I'll be watching intently from back at home and from Cyprus on Thursday.
43.
Oh, lucky for some. Then I'm sure you'll be watching it when you head back to the green
140.
grass of home.
$140.
Like it, young man.
165.
I like that even more. Potential 10 data.
Well, this too.
98. Lewis,
Take
you
us
require
all
16.
the way. 88. Oh my.
I was about to say the best leg of the week.
Double two.
Game shot on the 6th leg. Lewis Gurney.
For 3-3. Guess what, Glenn?
Your voice hasn't broken.
7th and final leg. It's Steve to throw first.
Oh,
Get
it's
him on.
broke, all right. It's 3-3.
$100. $100. $100.
They always call it the perfect leg. Ton, 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 ton. 101 finish.
41.
Well, bang goes that for Gurney. Another ton for Steve, please. Well, I've ruined that, haven't I?
81.
Yeah, Does Tips isn't having the best week this week, is it?
Well, Jimmy could still win it.
180.
But don't be surprised. And thumbs up for Lewis Gurney if he's picking the title up tomorrow night. And that could just kickstart his next phase of his career. Still playing on the development tour.
40.
Well, he's only going to be playing one more lot of it because he's at the age now of 24 where he's going to be ineligible next season. He have one more World Youth in him. One more round of Dev Tour. He's at that stage where he's on his own.
60.
And having spoken to Jared Cole as often as I have done, he's
100.
said that it's a
Lewis, you require
transition which
120.
is very difficult to adjust to, but you have to make rather quickly. And he's
55.
going to have to learn
Steve,
that
you require
next year, will
80.
Lewis? Top, surely. There was only one way he was going to go for that.
60. Lewis, you require 65.
Lewis Gurney will top the table. Will he finish off with victory? It's double 18.
Game shot
He
and the
has
match,
been
Lewis
superb
Gurney.
on that double, and Lewis Gurney has been excellent from that first start against Steve West yesterday to the final dart and beating Steve West. Just a quick mention there for Steve, a real stalwart here at the Modus Super Series. A disappointment all around that we won't see him Saturday night, but the opportunity to see young players like Lewis Gurney. We are going to have a fantastic night tomorrow night, and we'll have a little chat about that just after this short break.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
So, welcome back. This is what we've seen tonight. This is the final 5 complement of results in this Group B. And before the break, we saw Lewis Gurney get the better of Steve West by 4 legs to 3. This is how the table looks following the conclusion and culmination of the group. Lewis Gurney, top of it, 12 points to his name. For Keegan Brown on 10. It's actually quite uniform, isn't it? Burnett 8, Kelling 6, West 4. So that's what we saw in Group B. Glenn's been watching every single dart in the commentary box. Let's kick off by talking about Keegan Brown before we talk about Lewis Gurney, because we heard from Keegan in this Pluto TV studio around about 15-20 minutes ago, and what he was saying to us in here is that A, he felt a bit of pressure, but B, he felt his experience came through.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about his arthritis, which he was telling me about recently as well, and some days he can still play and I'll feel like the confidence he can go and win it there. It was just great to see the smile on his face. That's what I liked. You know, for a player who's been the World Youth Champion, being a regular on the tour, to suddenly lose your card, it's a bit like, what next? But we've got that platform now, and, you know, amateur darts is in a wonderful place, and, yeah, the smile meant an awful lot, and he can still produce the goods. Steve West was just getting these finishes against him. It's almost apologetic, his bullseye goes in there. But that's what he can do, and that's what he'll need to do tomorrow.
We kind of spoke about it in commentary, but it was interesting, his comments, in fact, in terms of having that year off tour and actually enjoying life a little bit.
43,000 miles. I mean, I wouldn't mind the bonus tickets for that. But yeah, 6 holidays. He's probably doing things he's never done before. But let me tell you, burning bright inside is the fact he'll want to get back on that tour one day. You know, once you've had a taste of it, it'll feel like a little bit of unfinished business. But a little win here tomorrow night, £5,000 as well. Then you can start looking forward to Champions Week. What a difference that could make to Keegan.
Lewis Gurney won the group, and he over the 2 nights, he just shone, didn't he?
Terrific. Really, really good. Very, very impressed. I'd like to think as commentators and pundits, we do our prep. And, yeah, maybe I disregarded his chances of getting through, but deservedly got through. He was wonderful, and I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow night.
Yeah, we are going to see Lewis Gurney through. Richie Burnett, the other player to him through. It felt like a night, a complete contrast for him in terms of the emotional roller coaster.
His interview was great. It's almost like he knew exactly what he needed to do, but, you know, just his behaviours tonight was classic Burnett. He was all over the place. It felt like madness at sort of one point, but he got there in the end. You know, this is what he can do. I mean, this was very early in the night, the opening leg of the night, actually, a beautiful 1-2 night. We saw him practicing maybe just an hour before we started, and we said, he looks good. he got on that stage, he put a terrific performance on against Steve West, but I just thought then, like you said, what he talked about, his concentration levels were all over the place at that point, and he got through, but he'll have to find something extra tomorrow.
Just a quick word on the two players that didn't make it tonight.
Yeah, gutted for Steve. Really am. I think quite selfishly, we want him here tomorrow night. That potential matchup with Jimmy Vansky and all what that holds as well. But we're not going to see Steve. It's the opportunity for young players like Lewis Gurney and Jamie Kelling. Just left too much to do tonight. He had a difficult night on Thursday. Started beautifully today. He's a good guy who you want to have success, but had that symmetry at the end, didn't it, where just one game cost him.
Let's have a look at what we're going to see tomorrow. Or before we do that, we'll have a look at how we got to tomorrow. Jimmy Vansky won Group A. These are the 3 players out of Group B. And then down the bottom, the 2 players that made it out of Group C, Jim McEwen and Dan Hands this afternoon. So that is the tournament bracket. This is how tonight is going to look, because it is tonight. Jimmy Vansky, Keegan Brown and Dan Hands in Group 1. Gurney, McEwen, Burnett in Group 2. We'll go one by one. Group 1 feels like where the strength in depth is.
I think there's a real mixture there. You know, you've got all the experience from Group 2 there. Sometimes you can look at certain groups, but whenever you see the name Jimmy Vansky, you're always going to say that's the toughest group there. But he goes into that Group 1 as one big favourite. The matchup between Brown and Dan Hands could be really important for qualification to the semi, in my opinion.
So that's what we're going to look at tomorrow night here. That's going to be live on the Pluto TV network. Glenn, thank you so much as ever. Plenty coming up across Pluto TV. So Richie Burnett's going to be in conversation in a few minutes' time. He's going to be involved in the Tungsten Talk series. Then we're going to be looking back at what we have seen here in the past. We'll be going through some archive matches tomorrow afternoon. Then we'll go through to the finals tomorrow night, where Richie Burnett is going to be there, and he's looking for a first weekly title here. And the way he played at times, you went back against him, but there's a real cast list of players that are trying to get the nod ahead of him. Jimmy Vansky looking for weekly title number 5. That will match Steve West, who, as we know now, isn't going to be there tomorrow night. So that is what we're going to see tomorrow. And then we will get underway with week 3, where Richie Howson is going to be one of the players in action. The tournament gets underway from 9:30 in the morning, and we're going to be with you throughout the full duration of the week as we broadcast our pictures live to you here on Pluto TV throughout the course and the duration of the next 6 days. So that's it from us on this Friday night, where Lewis Gurney made his way through. Keegan Brown showed some much needed strength, and the Prince of Wales, well, he nailed down his spot through to tomorrow night. From all of us here, take care. Bye for now.
The new Modus Super Series champion. Yes! What a finish! The silencer, Jeff Smith! And it is! That shot wins week 6! Maximum checkout. He's done it!
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up.